marketing BS, money side price wash. Synth Quiz, Synth news. So sit back, relax. Enjoy your favorite crew. Synth Geekery show. Synth Geekery's where it's at. So join the channel. Come on for a chat.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Synth Geekery. We're up to 321 episode. It's the 15th of November 2025. This is just for the date stamp. Thanks for joining us from wherever you are in the world. It's awesome to have you. Don't forget to let us know in any of the chats. We are streaming on multi-platforms. Hi to all the Twitch, Trovo, Kik, Facebook. What else have we got? I've probably forgotten a few. And obviously YouTube, which is the old trusty. So do jump into chat and say where you're from. If you're watching us on the replay, jump into the comments and let us know if you enjoy the show. It's a big show this week. We've got a lot of topics to get through. One of the things, obviously, is you guys are probably wanting to find out what is all this about with 1010music's Bento. So yes, we are going to get into that. If you are watching this on the replay and you want to go straight to that, obviously there'll be a little sort of content thing down the bottom there. You can go straight to it. So you don't have to sit there and watch all the other stuff that we talk about. But if you do love the show and you do like to watch all the regular segments, we do have heaps of stuff. We've got Funny Side, we've got Price Watch, we've got a lovely synth quiz that you can get yourself stuck into, and there's a whole bunch of other products that we are going to get into this week as well, not just the Bento from 1010music. So let's go and say g'day to all these people here. We've got one missing. I think he'll probably, I don't know if is he turning up this week? I can't remember what Andy said.
It's early for him, isn't it?
Might be early for him, yeah. Anyway, daylight savings. Hello, guys.
Hello.
For those who don't know, this is our regular crew. So we've got, say hi, Daren.
Hi, Daren.
Daren's
Hi, Daren. Very good.
Daren's that guy there.
Cheeky.
And then below me is Ian. Say hi, Ian.
Hi, Ian.
And then to his right is Chris. Hi, Chris.
Hi, Rave Dave. Oh, no, sorry, I got it wrong. Hi, Chris.
And you guys in chat, you can see yourselves. You're in the bottom right-hand corner, so that's pretty awesome. I think you guys are pretty used to this YouTube caper by now. Big thanks to Steve Smith, who's just put a little chat, super chat through, and he said, "Good day." Let's just quickly cross to that. Let's actually should refreshes the chat. There we go. Nice big bubble there and a big love heart. Good on you, mate. Thanks very much for that. And yeah, guys, if you do want to put super chats through, we'll definitely feature them during the show. Also, it's a great way to interrupt us and pop a question in if you want to do that. So there's a little hint for you. Awesome. Okay. So let's get stuck in. We'll start off. We do every week. We're going to start off with how's your week been? And we'll start off with Daren because I know Daren's been busy this week. Daren, how's your week been?
Well, it's definitely been wet. Let's put it that way. Outside,
I've heard.
Storm Cloudy has just finished, so I think a lot of places are mopping up. It's going cold, but yeah, the week's been. I've been doing some music, or just started some music, so that's a good thing. Still trying to work out on ideas for this big live rig that I've got in my mind, which I'm trying to work out how to do. I'm trying to write a track for tomorrow, sort of a dark ambient, sort of melodic track maybe, I don't know. But I've only got an hour or two to actually do the whole track and video, so that's going to be fun. So yeah, it's been quite busy. Working on Ranzee's tune as well, so it's all go. And other things happening that I can't explain on air, so yeah, busy.
Cryptic. We like this. Yes, there is a bit of enigma around Daren, if you haven't noticed. He's got the cult following, you know, the big star he is. Thanks, Daren.
Oh yeah, all two of them.
Ian, how are you, buddy? How's your week been?
I'm back. Sorry I missed
welcome
last
back,
week. It's been a fortnight, hasn't it? So last week I was in their city of York at the Aesthetica Short Film Festival. So I had 5 days of looking at film and music. On the Saturday, the reason I wasn't here last week was the Saturday I was attending. I was there from 2:00 in the afternoon till 11:00 at night, and every 15 minutes there was a new act on. So a breakthrough, what they called a breakthrough act. It was a really good day, but incredibly exhausting to some extent. Although we had a break at one point, and I did get to have a 10-minute talk by a guy from Universal Music who absolutely said nothing of any interest. And there was a lovely lady who talked about sync music and libraries, which was very interesting. Not that I know an awful lot about that. What else have I been up to? I've been buying stuff, I'm afraid. So this turned up literally half an hour ago.
Oh, you got it. Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, there's a story.
It's a
there's
ting.
a story associated.
No, it's a...
Yes, story associated with that. I did watch a bit of last week's show, and I ordered it from Teenage Engineering. Big mistake. So it turned up yesterday from Teenage Engineering with the ting, but import duties. And I checked this prior to ordering. There should have been 0 import duties into the UK, according to the government. And when it turned up, there was 70 quid worth of import duty.
Ouch.
So I sent it back. So I did speak to Teenage Engineering about it. They said, well, if you want to send it back, that's fine. We'll sort you out a refund. So I'm getting a refund from them. And then yesterday afternoon, I ordered it from Juno down in London, and it arrived this morning. And they did a discount. So if you're going to buy something
So
from
it came
Juno,
out on top.
absolutely, yeah. If you're going to buy anything from Juno, don't just buy it. Talk to them in their little chatbot thing,
Yeah,
or
you said
email
this
them.
before. Absolutely.
Yeah, and they knocked another 9 quid off it, which was fantastic. I've literally just updated the software, and I mean I haven't even worked out how to change sounds yet, but I had a little play with it for 10 minutes. It's fab. It's absolutely fab. You know,
Awesome.
So
I heard a similar thing, Ian, and what I got told was that Thomann are pretty reputable for getting it to you without the import duties as well. So so don't get it from TE, but get it from Thomann.
I think Thomann have got a UK distribution port already, so they've probably got a warehouse here. I think. Yeah. I have bought from Thomann before, but it's a while ago. Yeah, and there's something else on the way.
Ooh. Oh, I know what it is.
All right,
do you want me to tell them?
Guesses, guys. Yeah, go and tell them.
Akai MPC Live 3.
Absolutely.
Oh, yes.
I found one.
What a
there's
champion.
a dealer
Goes
in
wild.
Belfast. Nobody
wow.
in the UK seems to have it, but a dealer in
Northern
Belfast
Ireland.
has got one.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so it's coming from Northern Ireland. Be here next week, I guess. So I'm looking forward to that. So lots to play with, you know. And I've got a gig coming up. That's why the keyboards are out. So, you know, I'm busily working on the songs there. That's why I haven't started your remix runs, actually, because and actually this is interesting. So the girl he was in the band with, right, we're playing a week on Friday, I think it is, right? We can't get together so it's 2 weeks on Friday. We can't get together till 9 o'clock next Saturday morning. So I am rehearsing from 9 till 12 with her, and then I'm into the show. So yeah, that's the only chance we're going to get to rehearse. So it's it'll be first gig, so it'll be seat of the pants job, really, I think. But it's all good. It's all good. Nothing much else apart from I've been working on a film project which I can't say that much about, but it's got to be finished by the end of next week. So it's all a bit busy, just like Daren. He's busy.
Yeah, everyone's busy.
But, yeah,
awesome.
Yeah, but I'm glad to be back. I did miss last week.
Glad you're back, mate. Awesome. We did miss you too. Awesome. All right, head over to Chris. Chris, how's your week been, mate?
It's not been too bad, mate. It's been a busy week for me as well.
Fantastic.
Mostly doing the Mostly doing the usual things though. But it started on Sunday when I got the band back together. We used to be, three of us used to be in a band called Post Mancini. That's P-O-S-T and then the composer Mancini. And we haven't caught up for 8 years. So we decided it was time to catch up. So I saw someone I haven't seen for 8 years, and it was amusing because we all had such parallel stories, and we'd all ended up back in Perth. So yeah, that was good to catch up. We're not going to leave it 8 years next time. So that was and bit nostalgic. We talked about Italo Disco and things like this. So yeah, that was Sunday. Then during the week, DIY kits are now live. You can purchase DIY kits for the CM402 and the GP82 modules from my Etsy store, including the US. I've opened it to the US as well, including the GP82. It's back on and sales for the US. The prices are now inclusive of tariffs for the US customers. I have the capability now of setting the prices to include tariffs for one particular country. So that's no effect to other customers from other countries, including Australia. No change seen there, but the US customers should see now it actually is offered for sale to them. They should choose to take the slight risk of unknowns to do with tariffs. It's all explained in my Etsy listings, or if you have any other questions, feel free to drop a question in the Etsy store questions section, and I shall answer it as best I can. So that's all off and running again. More work on Ranzee's remixes. I'm about 80% the way there now, so it should take another 20 years to do the last 20%, as it usually does. No, hopefully not. Hopefully we're getting towards the finishing line. There will be a few stumbling blocks, I'm sure, but onwards and upwards, as they say. Got to keep on driving forward, otherwise you'll just let it, you'll get slack and it'll be like, January, and it's like, where's your remix? Oh, yeah, we don't want to do that. During the week, purchases. Well, I did some purchases for the business for modules and stuff, and it happened again, Rant. Something fell into my cart on the way out of funk. I don't know.
That's happened to me.
Somehow I've ended up with another 2 DIY kits that I'm going to have to build. What a pain in the ass. So yeah, be some things to play with. I've still got some kits I haven't finished building it. It's still here that I probably should work on first. But yeah, I couldn't resist the sort of Black Friday sale promotions going on, so I went for it and got a few modules, which one of which you'll know and one of which you probably won't know. And I left one that was probably a bit more interesting in the store for next time, because there's always a next time, because I always need parts from Fonk, so that's all good. So that is pretty much my week. Yep, over to you, Rance.
Oh, wow, fantastic. What a great bunch of weeks you guys have all had, and it's much enjoyed to listen to it. I'm going to head over to the chatties, and we're just going to say another big good day to all the chatties. Thanks, everyone, for being part of the show. As I always say, it's awesome to have you all here, and you're providing your little contributions that you guys can. I know it's difficult sometimes to get your points across when you've just got a keyboard. And if you do think it is difficult and you want to say more, don't forget there is a little Zoom link pinned in the YouTube chat. And also the chat bot will kindly remind you about it every 5 minutes or so. So you can jump onto Zoom. We don't have to have the camera on. You can just have your audio on if you're still sitting in your PJs maybe. Do join us on Zoom if you do want to join the crew, because there's plenty of room. So yeah, I know some people have got their work cut out for them on Saturdays, and it's a bit difficult, all the different time zones that we have to handle. But yeah. Right, we haven't got anything ready for the synth quiz yet, so I'm going to have to do that a little bit later. So I'm going to go into Funny Side first, and then while we're doing Funny Side, I can probably start working on the synth quiz. Okay, let's do funny side. Indeed, here we are. Andy's still missing down the bottom, guys. Meanwhile, at the MIDI Standards Committee, the general MIDI sound set was being put together. Isn't
The
that
helicopter
amazing?
sound is so annoying.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah. I actually used to think to myself that the little sound effects at the end were really professional. So I don't know what they're trying to get at here. Are they saying it's a bit naff, or maybe it's insulting for me?
The fidelity was incredible.
I thought it was incredible. Yes, I mean we're talking 90s, by the way.
Yeah.
Just ahead of their time.
Yeah. Okay, moving right along. We've got another one here. This one has been sent in by Babs. Good on you, Babs, for sending this one in. What microphone should you use? A guide. The one on the top left is you are a self-aggrandizing lecturer in a turtleneck or working in an overseas call center.
By self.
I like that one. You are babbling endlessly amid Casper mattress ads. That one's probably a US. That one's a US sort of reference there, so we probably may not get that one. You are screaming over the snare drum, or you are the snare drum.
Exactly, yes. SM7, whatever it is, yeah.
Some clever ones there. That one kind of really did get me by surprise. I actually wasn't expecting that. Well done. Good one. Okie dokies. What else we got here? We've got Bjork's. Somehow this AI stuff is just getting really interesting, right? I don't think she's talking about TurboTax here, people. She might be talking about something else. Anyway, some see it as cold, unfeeling machine. I see it as an instrument unlike any other, capable of beauty that you cannot access in analog music production. Well, maybe she is talking about TurboTax.
Yeah. Wow. I'll have to look into it now.
Oh, that is very clever. Very clever indeed.
Very sad.
Yeah. It's quite an old photo of Bjork there too.
Yeah, isn't it?
Right. What else we got? We have got the Scambot here. Me. And then there's people leaving comments about enjoying my music. Dearie me, you poor people. If you're feeling that way, I do feel sorry for you. It's probably because it's true. No, I'm not. I'm kidding. Shall we release the hounds, people? We'll let the spam bot. We'll call it the poll instead of the scam bot. We'll release it into YouTube chat. You guys can vote for your favorite meme. You've got 0 for General MIDI, 1 for mic personality, 2 for Bjork, and 3 for Scambot. So you can do that. Let us know in chat. Has that worked? Let me just double check. I haven't checked. It has worked. Yeah, so don't forget, exclamation mark, vote, one word, and then a space, and the number that corresponds to your favorite meme. And this is just for YouTube chatties. I'm afraid. Sorry for Twitch and all the other people. I haven't worked out yet how to get this to work across platforms. I have to find someone who's got a better computer science background than me to help me out. Yes. Right, let's have a quick look. We've got about 7 or 8 votes in. Let's see if we can get it above 10. How many people have we got in chat at the moment?
Well, it looks unanimous at the moment.
It does look unanimous at the moment. I think we could probably end it safely, couldn't we? Yeah.
How many times can it vote?
I think we've got enough votes here. Oh no, we've got a few people that have just decided to scatter their humour across. A little bit sad that one didn't get the vote at all this week. I'll tell you about that, who it is in a sec. But I'm going to stop it, and everybody can see the results now in the chat. Let's go across to the chat so you guys can all see it on the replay as well. So we have a winner, and Mike Personality won that with 9 votes, and I'm just a bit sad that Bjork didn't get any votes. Poor Bjork.
I like Bjork.
Hey?
I like Bjork.
Maybe it's because she was talking about tax.
Yes.
Yeah.
Indeed. I'm thinking because we don't have Andy, I'm thinking that we do this. And go. There we go, that's better. Because I don't like black squares. Yeah, the poor helicopter. That's what I thought. That's what I thought, Babs. I thought the poor helicopter. Indeed.
Much unloved. Waiting for its time to shine.
Excuse me. Right. We are going to get stuck into the news now. Here we go. Here we are. This is actually the news that we've been waiting for. Probably, I've actually been hanging out to tell you guys about it all week. It's kind of dragged on, I feel. Yeah. The week has, and not this news. If you guys own a 1010music Bento, I definitely think you guys are going to be very, very happy to know that there's a new firmware coming out, firmware 1.3. It hasn't been released. It's in alpha at the moment, but they do tell me that it's about to be beta, so you'll be able to get this through their forum very, very shortly. And in this firmware is a new wavetable synthesizer. And you guys will probably know about this wavetable synth, because it's actually in one of their other products. And so they've done some tinkering with some code, and they've managed to put it in here. This this Bento product is getting to be one of the most interesting groove boxes on the market at the moment. I feel like it's really, really well priced, and the features are exceptional. The quality of the audio is exceptional, and the development behind it is absolutely first class, and the guys from 1010music should be very, very proud of what they've done with it. But before we sort of get into any sort of details, why don't I play the little video where he introduces it? Here we go.
Hey everybody, we're almost done with the Bento 1.3 firmware update. It adds the wavetable engine from Fireball and patch preview. Now when you configure a track, it'll be a lot easier to choose an instrument and a patch for that instrument. The rotary knob at the top lets you filter by instrument type. And then all you have to do is select a patch and hit the preview button. This makes it easy to audition your loops, multi-sampled instruments, and your one-shots. Notice how it lets you hear the sounds on multiple pads. Slicer patches and of course wavetable patches. Note that you can import your Fireball patches too. Wavetable synthesis adds a lot of color to your sonic palette. The Wavetable Instrument Editor lets you change wavetables, stack wavetables, change filter and envelope settings, and jump into a rich modulation matrix for even more possibilities. And just like Fireball, I can import wavetables in the Serum format. Here I'm importing wavetables from KRC MathWaves, who have thousands and thousands of wavetables. And be sure to check out the text on this post so you can get a discount coupon for KRC MathWaves. More wavetables are fun. If you're okay using beta software, this is available right now in the Bento forum on our website. Thanks for watching.
Indeed, that's a really cool firmware update. And if you guys know anything about the Fireball wavetable synth that's on their Nano box that they released, oh, geez, it would have been a while ago, wouldn't it? the nano box? I'm just going to pop in, by the way. He's missing.
I can't remember.
I don't know why Ian's missing.
I'm
Yeah, a couple of years ago, it's Fireball.
Yeah.
And Lemon Drop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the sample?
pink one.
Is it the Lemon Drop, the sampler one?
Lemon Drop. No.
What's the orange
one?
one? No, what's the orange one?
Tangerine.
That's the one I was looking at that for a while.
Yeah.
The tangerine.
Yeah, Lemon Drop's the granular synth. Fireball's the wavetable. Tangerine's the sampler. And then obviously got that bizarre sort of drummy one. I forget what it's called. Pinkish one.
They're incredibly cool,
Very cool.
boxes.
Yeah. I just thought I've got an old video from them where it shows the Fireball a little bit more in action, and we're not going to do 8 minutes of it, but this is actually on the nano
It's the
box,
red one.
the red one. So let's have a little look at that, and just gives you a little bit more insight into the Fireball.
Introducing NanoVox Fireball, polyphonic wavetable synthesizer. In this video, we will explore the Fireball and cover its features in greater depth. When the Fireball powers on, you see the dashboard appear on the touchscreen. At the top of the dashboard, in white text, is the currently loaded preset. You can touch the preset name to see the preset list. Use either knob to scroll the list, touch Load to load a preset. You can also touch Load to reload a preset. This refreshes the preset back to its previously saved state. The Fireball features the same preset management system found in our other devices. You can create a new preset, delete, duplicate, or rename a preset from the file menu.
So that sort of stuff, you'll notice with this, the screen is tiny compared to the nano box. So what they've done with the nano box, they've extrapolated out the screen. You've got a lot more real estate on the screen, so you've got more features to look at. And you'll notice that all these different sections, like the oscillator section here, you've got the filter section here, you've got envelopes, and you can do effects and all sorts of stuff. Modulation as well, so you've got access to all of that stuff now on Bento, and it just makes Bento an even more powerful groove box. So there you go. That's the Fireball side. I thought it was inevitable. I think big Mr. Fat Dust in chat's a big believer in the Bento as well. So you'll probably see him talking about how good it is as well. So and he's rightly saying it too. So he knows what he's talking about. The good news about this is it's free. So if you do own a Bento, you're going to get this firmware for free. And here's a beta. So I guess for now there may be some bugs in it, but it's a beta. That's what betas are at. Eventually it will become mainstream on their main stable firmware. I don't think it'll take long, considering that NanoBox and all those other products have got this engine in it anyway. And anyone who owns 1010music products know that these guys are really high end with their coding. So good company.
Yeah, I've got the blue box mixer, which I use for live. So
yeah,
their DACs are really good as well, aren't they? The digital to analog converters are really top notch.
Yeah, 1010 stuff is good. Yep, good.
Probably if you've been sitting there thinking, I don't know if I should get one of these or not. I reckon it's now's the time to get it, because
and it's part bench compatible. This is why it was on my list.
Cool.
It was on my Christmas present list.
Yeah. Now, hopefully that article's it's launched on my website, so we can show that now. It would have launched about 20 minutes ago. Where are we? There. So there, and you can get into all the information about the beta firmware in here, including links and everything to it. And also you can, there's a whole bunch of reference links here, so you can find more information out there. So do check that out. That's in the news one. I'm just going to put that in link. which will pop out and chat in YouTube in a sec, and we can go back to us. Awesome. All right, so that is the big news. There is a new synth in the Bento, and I feel like anyone who owns one right now will be licking their lips with
for nothing.
With excitement. Yeah, it's for nothing.
Fantastic
Yeah.
addition. Yeah.
Yep. The other thing too, before we go on to the next news item, I just want to sort of give 1010music a bit of a plug too, with the way that they've integrated a lot of the eurorack products now into sort of desktop and little boxes and things like that. I just want you guys to know that they are a company that kind of had its roots in eurorack, and this is kind of a thing that I've been trying to sort of. It's almost like I've been trying to prove a point over years and years and years,
Champion.
and I don't really need to prove it because it's true. And that is that a lot of the the R&D and cutting edge development in synths has been coming from Modular, and it has been that way since the 1960s. When you really think about it, you think about where Moog started their journey and some of the other companies, So yeah. So hats off to 1010music, as I've said about 50 times already today. I'm pretty chuffed with that, and I think as soon as I can spare some cash, a Bento is probably going to hit the desk here for sure. Awesome. Do you guys want to make any comments about it before we go on to the next?
Just
No.
impressive.
It is impressive.
Very
It's
impressed
I
with.
said it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said it when it came out. I like 1010 stuff, and it was on my Christmas list. The
Yeah.
problem is my Christmas list is that big now.
Yeah. I was interested.
I've just
in
spent
it
my
since,
Christmas list. Yeah.
since they showed it at Super Booth, and I thought that seems like a really cool concept. Adding another synth to it just is super cherry on top. With cream. So yeah.
Well, you've got the wavetable synth, you've got the granular synth, you've got the sampling
yeah.
features.
Yeah, I don't think I would have ever gotten a wavetable synth. Their wavetable synth is those boxes. They didn't really appeal to me. But inside the Bento, it's like, okay, now you've got my attention. So yeah, definitely worth a consideration.
Okay, let's go back over to here. And the next bit of news is another pretty cool thing that's happened during the week, and that's this.
Oh, yes.
If there are some Korg lovers out there, you probably think, wow, Behringer have actually done a pretty cool thing here. They've actually reproduced a much loved vintage Korg sequencer, which used to be called the SQ-10, if you guys may remember it from a while back. And the SQ-10 was kind of like this, modular looking box thing.
Wedge-shaped
thing, yeah. That was around in the 70s, really. Obviously it was married as part of the MS-10, MS-20, those, that sort of vintage stuff. And then obviously some of their PS series products, obviously you could use it for that. But Behringer have produced this now, and it's extremely good and well priced, as you probably imagine with the Behringer stuff.
Insanely priced.
Yeah. Now let me just put the link.
Just for comparison,
price.
Just for comparison, I've just looked on Reverb, and an original Korg SQ-10 is £1,566.
Yeah.
Now you probably might not get that, but I think regardless, you're looking at over £1,000 for an original one, and that's one that has actually been serviced.
Yeah.
So for them to put it out about £130, isn't it? It's a bonkers price. It's brilliant.
149
Yeah,
US. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's about 130. Yeah. Brilliant.
It's I've got it in Australian dollars at the moment. Let me just double check. Where are we? Let's do it in pounds. It is available. Currency save. Just waiting for this to update. £129 from Thomann at the moment. That's the price in Thomann. And it's available in the future. So you're pre-ordering it at this stage.
Yeah,
but
it's pre-order. I mean, Anderton's put it at 149, but pre-order stock due in 3 months or longer is what they're saying.
Yeah.
So,
it probably
it's
will
not
be.
going to be next week, is it?
No, it probably will be. What Behringer is saying is that it's available for shipping. I don't know whether that means that they actually are shipping it, but it's available for shipping from the information that I got from them anyway. There is a video, which we probably should show a little bit of. We're not going to show the 9 minutes that they've put into this, but yeah. It's another
Not
crazy...
the annoying part? Yeah.
Yeah, another crazy video.
This one particularly annoying.
Now over here in Behringer land, we'll be the first to admit that we have been cranking out an absurd amount of semi-modulars over the past few years.
You're crazy, man.
And to be honest,
May it continue.
but we figured it was about time to take control of the situation.
I'm losing control. I can't control it.
And since nothing beats the creative flow of an analog sequencer, what better time to add one to the lineup? Introducing our very first semi-modular sequencer, it's the BQ-10.
All right, enough of that. I think that's enough. I think it's enough. We don't really need to listen to those guys talk about their own product.
No.
It's kind of just ear service, isn't it, really? Okay, so what are we're looking at? It's pretty basic. It's actually very, very similar to the 960 in a lot of ways that they brought out for Eurorack. And in fact, you can actually put this in your Eurorack too, because it is semi-modular. You can actually unscrew it from the little case that they give you, and there's a little ribbon cable and stuff in the kit, and then you can plug it into Eurorack, which is pretty cool. And also it means that all those levels and everything, all the connections are all Eurorack compatible voltages, which is another really, really cool thing. And also on top of that, there is your little utilities section over on the right, where you can actually convert to hertz per volt instead of volt per octave and things like that. So you've got those little sort of conversion tools on this, which makes this actually pretty interesting, because if you do have an original MS-20, this will work technically with it. Now, also it will work with the very first module that Behringer brought out, which was the MS-20 clone, which was the K something. You guys might remember what it is.
The K2.
K2. So the K2 Mark 1, and I believe when they brought out the K2 Mark 2, they made it all volts per octave. If I got that wrong, let me know. But in the video, he talks about it, so I'm guessing.
Okay. Either way, you could make it work.
Yeah. So really,
both.
The key features to this is actually kind of cool, because in a way, this is like a little SQ1 to a degree. Bearing in mind the SQ1 has a couple of other features that this doesn't, but it's like a little SQ1, but also you get the benefits of being more retro with the SQ10 sort of features, and then on top of that you've got the modern connectivity with MIDI and Eurorack CV. So I do like it.
It's really awesome.
Yeah, I do like it. I think Behringer have done well for this. Korg aren't reproducing it anymore. I mean, the Korg modern sequencers are like the SQ64, like I've got here, or the SQ1. So that's their modern versions of this. Yeah, guys, want to talk about this?
It's cool to have something that can do the different directions and step modes and stuff like that. You know, I've often having the 960. It's great and all, but I wanted to love it to be doing more complicated ordering and of notes and stuff like that, whereas this does that perfectly. And the other thing I really like about this is the fact that it does have a MIDI output, which is quantized to the notes. Of course, you kind of think about it, it has to be, but which means basically you've got instead of having the old problem of adjusting your CVs and trying to get your notes in tune, or having to put it through a quantizer in your Eurorack, well, you can just spit it straight out to your synths now from the MIDI output. I guess much like a BeatStep Pro, I guess, but this is a little bit more hands-on because you've got multiple. You've got 3 rows of 8, which is all very good fun. So yeah, I dig it. I think it's going to be on the Instabuy list
I
when
dig
it comes
it.
out here.
You can't beat an analog sequencer for messing about and just coming up with random ideas.
That's the photo of the SQ10, by the way, if you guys want to see that.
Yeah. The only negative thing about it, if you want to say it's something negative about it, is the fact that it's 8 steps per row instead of 12 steps.
And not 12. Yeah.
Which some people have kind of suggested that it's fixed because it's 8 now. That's much better. But then there are us who kind of played around with the 12 and got some really interesting polyrhythms, and we're kind of a little bit sort of, it's different. I wouldn't say it's better. I'd say it's kind of, horses for courses. There were no way they're going to fit all 12 on and put that voltage conversion section on the right-hand side without it. So they obviously made a decision to drop the steps and to put that in instead, which admittedly it's a good idea as well, because that gives the access to the volts per hertz and the normal volts per octave. So from the same device, which is going to make it very, very cool for plugging into vintage and modern gear.
Yeah.
So I can't really diss it from that perspective. I just think it's a bit weird the way they try to justify it in a strange way. Like, just be honest about it, guys.
Yeah.
But no, I like it as a product. I kind of, especially for the price. Come on, it's going to be very hard not to
very cheap,
drop into the shopping carts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$300 for Australians, by the way.
Yeah.
The Behringer's 2500 module that they brought out was a sequencer a while back. Also did the same thing where they only did 8 steps instead of 10, which was on the original 2500 model. So they've done this before. Sorry, Ian, I cut you off. Did you want to say something?
No. All I was going to say was that I've never played with the original, but I wouldn't mind having a go with this. But I'm not. I don't think it's for me to buy, but I would like to certainly spend an afternoon with it, messing around with it. It'd be great fun.
I guess the question I've got for everyone, if you've got an SQ1, what is this giving you on top? I mean, there's some obvious things like those little, the utility module on the right and stuff like that. But what is this giving you, additionally to the SQ1? Because the SQ1's still pretty competitively priced compared to this.
Yeah, I was just looking at see how much it is now.
I mean, SQ1 is what, 8 steps?
99 quid. Yeah, 8 steps. Yeah.
So you've got the sequence modes very similar. See that switch, the second switch on the left-hand side. They're very similar. Look, you might not have some of the portamento features, and like I said, some of the voltage utilities on the right.
Independent.
But you also do get quantized features that are built into the SQ1, which is not which is controllable, which is not like the MIDI one that forces the quantizing in this. And I'm hoping that the Behringer tool, Synth Tribe or Synth Tool or whatever it's called, that might give you the ability to turn that quantizing thing off. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Well, it's the CVs aren't quantized. I think they're left unquantized, but the MIDI notes that it generates are quantized.
Beaky says the step trigs outs is the obvious one. So you got all your step trigs down the bottom.
Oh, your V trigs and your different types of trigs. Yeah,
that's a pretty big one. Yep.
Yes, I said compatibility with vintage gear is probably one of the number one things, and the fact. I mean, the SQ1 only has what does it have? 2 rows or 1 row of 8?
2
pots?
rows.
Yeah, so you get 1 extra row out of this, and larger pots, so a bit more spaced out. Yeah. It's different enough, isn't it? Different enough to the SQ1, different enough to the 960 for it to sit comfortably as an alternative, I think.
Well, I mean,
it's 30 quid dearer than the SQ1, isn't it? That's so you're getting you can pop this in your Eurorack if you really want to take up some space.
Yeah.
That's the thing. The SQ1's still very handy to have around, I imagine, because you can just lean it somewhere, plug in the USB and charge it. It's convenient in that sense. Whereas this, you got to lug out. So this makes, as I said, I think this makes more sense if you've got a larger modular setup or a larger.
Or you can stick the
studio
battery
or a
in it,
bunch of
can't you? You
keyboards.
can stick a battery in the back. So
Yeah. Power
Or
bank.
you can have the, Behringer want you to collect them all, right? I mean, this is the wall of 19-inch rack Behringer stuff, right? Let's be honest, it's collect them all, isn't it?
That's why they've got a consistent form factor.
Yeah, it's a good idea. I actually do like this form factor that they've brought out. I think it's sensible. I think putting it in as a Eurorack compatibility thing is also good as well. It ties kind of two worlds together, which is very clever. So, I think you mentioned this before. So, yeah. You'll probably notice in their video too that they actually had like Pro 1s and the K2 and all that sort of stuff connected up to this. So that's what they want you to do. They want you to sort of be in their ecosystem with this. For me, I'm still scratching my head about, because I've got products right here. You guys are the same. You guys have got your own sequences and things, So for me, I've got the 960, which is the Behringer Moog Eurorack sequencer. Okay, there's things that this has got that the 960 doesn't. Some of the sequence modes, for example.
Direction.
Yeah. And then I've got the SQ1, I've got the SQ64. So really, for me, this is probably not going to happen. And I don't really need those utilities on the right. But that's not a criticism at all with this. I think it's actually quite a good release from Behringer. I don't think Korg would be upset with them at all for this.
I don't think so either. I mean, I'm the same as you. I've got an SQ1, but I very rarely use it. To be fair, but it's there if I need it, because I'm using other types of sequencers. But I think it's great.
I was just looking at it. I've actually got a long space on my module that I've not used for ages, and that just take all that space up instead of having open things.
It's better than buying blanket plates,
port,
Daren.
Exactly.
Well, interesting you should say that, because in other news that someone's brought out a module with a fan in it for your Eurorack. Seen that? Mm-hmm. It's an interesting idea. Putting an actual, like a CPU cooler fan type laptop maybe style sort of thin fan inside your Eurorack.
Yeah,
they need to come down to Australia where Eurorack really has to deal with heat.
Yeah. And also
it's fine.
Also my background working in data centers in a previous life. I don't like the sounds of fans.
I don't like
over it.
Just don't want another one.
Speaking of SQ1s, if you guys remember the track that I released for part as a bonus track for Ian's got it for the Gates album, Surrogate, has SQ1 all over it.
Oh, cool.
Certainly does.
Yeah. So I use hardware sequences all the time in my stuff. And that doesn't mean that, this doesn't have a part in the future. I might one day change my mind and go, oh, you know what? I found someone's done something on a video and I thought, I want that. I want to use that feature. And it might just be something little quirky, unique thing that this does. I mean, when I bought the 960, for me, what actually took me to buying it was the fact that it was actually very playable as a sequence. Like for something sitting in your Eurorack, it was quite big. But that means that you can go in and click switches and play it.
It's kind of unique in that way in the Eurorack land.
Yeah.
Certainly for us. I think we're the same. Same thought.
Yep. As opposed to set and forget sequences, which I don't know.
Yeah.
And yet there's always a place for those as well, I guess.
Multi-page, compact.
Yeah.
Recalling of patterns, all of that kind of stuff is, flip side of that equation.
I feel this does invite that sort of playability because of the size of it, invites that. So that kind of has that same sort of methodology as the 960 sequencer has. Yeah, definitely. Liking it. And they're liking the price as well. You can't ignore the price, can you?
You can't ignore that.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard other synth manufacturers mention Behringer as a marketing stop point in competition in their sort of, and really they are aware that they're just swelling in this kind of price point, So these other brands that are getting their products out there, they have two choices. They either have to brand themselves as a quality product with a high-end price tag, or they have to compete with the amount of functions and features that they can deliver for the same price and cop a real, they have to really make a lot of push a lot of products out there to actually make a profit or to sort of, swim instead of sink in the market, because, Behringer have got a very big distribution arm. So yeah, it'd be tough. I feel sorry for all of those manufacturers that are competing with them, that's for sure. Anyway.
Behringer, I think about, that's £1,000 most of their stuff, or 90% of their stuff's under. So
yeah,
I mean, there is the odd one that's above that, but yeah, most of it's under, and a lot of this stuff is all under 500.
Yeah, a couple of flagship synths they've got, and that's about it, Daren. So and I feel that some of their high-end mixes and stuff are above too.
Yeah. The only Behringer synth I've got is a Poly D, which I have to say is really good.
Yeah,
I love it too.
Yeah,
I love it too.
Yeah, it's great.
It's all over. It's all over Ranzee's remixes.
I'll never be able to afford a proper. Yeah, but it's great.
It's nice. I mean, I've got this sort of style. I've got heaps of them now. I've got Pro 1, Pro 800, Neutron. I've got to actually look. Model D. So, and there's every time I go into a music stop, I actually do look at them, this particular 19-inch, sort of format that they've got, and go, I wouldn't mind that one, like the K2. I wouldn't mind that. There's the Cat. There's the, there's all these different ones, right?
Wasp.
So Wasp, Cat, and Anyway, enough about this guy. So, well done for the BQ-10 from Behringer, and that also surprised me. I had no idea they were actually even making this. No. There was not even a hint from them. Not even a hint that they were making this. So, yeah. Mind you, at the moment there's news coming on, rumor news that they've stopped making the VCS3 clone, and I don't know why, and I don't know if it's true. And there was another thing that they've stopped making. It might be the CS80. It might be the CS80 clone, I think, that they're doing. So that could be people who have got very good lawyers. I don't know. Or maybe they're just... But let us know in chat if you've heard anything about those.
Yeah, the VCS3 was the one I was really interested in.
Same.
I would have bought it. The iPad version. Yeah.
Yep. Definitely would have bought it. I think everyone would have, because it's just it's almost unobtainium from the person that's making it right now. It's it's insanely expensive, and the waiting list is stupid. What is it? 8 years? Someone said the other day, something like 8 years to wait for a set. That's stupid. That's that's not a business.
No. Yeah. I mean, and I've played one, because when I did my masters at York Uni, they have two, both in really good condition, and I spent a whole day with one. It was fantastic. Absolutely loved it.
Never ever had one in person come across my hands here where I live in this city. There probably might be one lying around here somewhere, but I've never actually touched one here in this city where I live, but I have touched one in another place in the world, but not here. So they're very rare in this part of the world. What about you, Chris? Have you ever touched one in Perth? Yeah.
No, I only ever seen them in pictures.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, we are in a very remote part of the world down here, so it's it's easy for things to not make it down here.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
But it's a nice part of the world, I believe.
Which is why I actually love synthesizers so much, because there's that absent makes the heart grow fonder element to us being not the unobtainium side of it. We're not able to get things here, or if we are, it's like insane amount of postage, and yeah, that's actually probably the cool factor about it. Yeah. Now
it's as bad as like growing orchids.
growing awkwards. Okay, this next thing, I don't know if you guys have been following. There's been an audio what do you call it, like a audio development sort of thing happening in Bristol, and it finished a couple of days ago.
Oh yes, do you know, I saw this on Sonic State and I knew nothing about this.
Yeah, I knew about it.
On.
But the only reason why I knew about it is because Roland told me about it, and then I dug into their article and found out they're going to be in Bristol, and it's all been and gone and done now. And Nick managed to get down there, which was lucky for Nick.
Cool.
There was a couple of other products that were launched or released or showcased down there. But anyway, this is actually very interesting. Let's talk about this. So this is called the Roland Future Development. Well, I can't remember what the L stands for now. Roland Future Development something or other.
Lab.
Yeah.
Lab.
Yep.
Lab.
Roland
There you
Future
go.
Well, it is lab, actually. Design lab. Roland Future Design lab, it says.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Design lab.
Yeah.
Now, this particular thing is called Project LYDIA with a Y. And it's a collaboration between two, obviously Roland is one, which is the hardware side, and Newtone, which is the software side. And Newtone, actually, if you guys don't know Newtone, we've actually talked about them on the show before. Daren might remember. There's like a trainable AI software that they develop for musicians. So we had a big rant about AI and changing the world of music, blah, blah, blah. Well, Newtone are behind this. So Roland collaborated with them. It's a DIY sort of platform that they're getting this under. And what you've got is a Raspberry Pi 5 platform, which contains the Newtone trainable AI software loaded onto it. And it's actually really kind of interesting, this whole thing. So basically, it's like an effects pedal, right? Obviously, you can see that. But what happens is it takes audio in, and the AI engine has a few different sort of models, right? But the AI engine then manipulates the audio that it's getting. And the best way to describe it, I feel like, is kind of like a vocoder would do.
Yeah.
So it would get the audio, it would change it like a vocoder does, but with a little bit more sort of AI twist to it. So for example, if you then change the input of the audio, like for example, say you tweak the filter of the audio coming in, it actually really does change the way the sound is on through the AI engine. And they've got some really interesting models. Like I said, one of them is kind of like this heavy metal voice thing. It's really fun.
Yeah,
like
odd, yeah.
I really enjoyed the video. Anyway, we do have a video lined up so that I can show you guys of this. So let's get that teed up in here. Hopefully I can full screen it. Yeah, I can. Let's have a listen to it anyway. So you guys should be interested in this. Here we go. So this you'll notice that they've got the little the rollers in this particular video. So you'll enjoy. I know us guys here, we've all got rollers, so here we go.
All right, here we are. This is Project LYDIA, and it is a blast to play with, and I really hope that comes across in the snippets I have in this video.
All right, we're not going to go through his video. That, by the way, I've just linked it in the YouTube chat. You guys can check the blog article out. There's links to all the videos and information about Project LYDIA and how you can sort of get yourself involved. What they're doing at the moment, though, is if you're kind of interested in this and you want to go further with it, there is a survey that you can fill out that goes to Roland, and you guys can fill it out and put whatever you feel that you want to contribute to it, and they might sort of get you involved in some sort of collaboration group, and maybe then there might be some information about how you can get your hands on one of these if that's kind of what you want to do. At the moment, it is, what would you say? It's kind of in development. Experimental, yeah. So I don't think they're going to be selling these as a corporate commercial product yet, but I kind of feel like what I've been seeing in these videos, I mean, I don't even see why. I mean, a smaller company would have released this as a commercial product already. Some of the cool things that it does, and then they would have just gone, firmware update when new models would have come out. So I don't know. What do you guys think? It's pretty cool.
I think it's really good that Roland are doing this type of development, because it's moving things in a different sphere completely from what the traditional Roland stuff is. I think great. I want to get my hands on one. I want to play with one. It's weird enough for me, isn't it? Let's face it.
Yeah, especially the Indian rhythmic stuff. I think it's called Konakol. It's called. It's where rhythms are expressed by using different mouth sounds, different vowel sounds. Tiki tiki da da da, tiki tiki da, all that kind of stuff. I think that's the model that they were using there.
It sounded a bit like that.
It really has that vocal sound about it, which is cool. Yeah, and that you can do those kind of things. It makes a lot of sense. Cool.
Yeah, Daren, can you see something like this in your setup? Muted, buddy.
I'm so used to doing it instead of off my desk. I've lost what I was going to say then. A bit like Ian says, it's good to see Roland just going a bit, just doing something different and sort of more like it, something more for Ian. Just
absolutely more for me.
Bizarre but cool.
Yeah.
I actually think this is kind of where AI music technology is good. So if you think about where AI is going in music, there's some bad, where people are worried about it being used to replace the jobs of musicians, right? That's the bad.
Yep.
And this is probably where it's good, where it can be used to,
empower. To
improve or empower, whatever the word is. Yeah.
That's what I would use.
The only question I kind of have though is they talk about in the video, if you watch the Sonic State video, this is the one I'm talking about. The guy talks about how you actually have to train the Newtone AI engine with an audio source for about, I think he said it was about 10 minutes worth of audio or something like that for it to actually be able to learn what you want to do with it. So say, for example, I wanted this thing to sound like one of my tracks and it had that sort of flavor of my music to it. I could play it, that audio, for 10 minutes, and then whatever information I'm then putting into it, it would sort of manipulate that audio into that sort of flavor. So that's where the AI side of it goes, but it can't do it on the actual pedal because I think there's two Raspberry Pis on here, if I remember rightly.
Yeah, there's 2040 and the Raspberry Pi 5.
Yeah. So the 2040, I think, drives the encoders and stuff on the top.
Yeah.
And the Raspberry Pi 5 does the language model. Yeah. But either of those can't actually do the AI manipulation, so that's got to be done on a computer. So
training models is computationally extremely expensive.
Yeah. So that side of it is kind of interesting. I feel, we probably want to see more about that in the future. That's, watch this space. But yeah, Project LYDIA. And if anyone did go down to Bristol during the week and actually go and have a look at that audio manufacturers development, I think it was called something like that.
ADC, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, ADC.
Is it ADC?
Yeah. Audio Development Conference. They have one apparently
That's
every
it.
year. Yeah. There is a company that
This
organizes.
looks cool. Google has some software like this. That's really cool. So.
Oh, hello, Andy. I did see you pop in.
Hello. Hi, Andy.
Yeah.
Hi, Andy.
Oh,
Yeah.
Andy.
I left you a note earlier, Ranzee. I had to work some more, so that's why I'm late. So.
Oh, okay. I didn't see it, buddy. No worries.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so for me, this is, like Ian said, this is actually really interesting. Roland, by the way, have done DIY sort of collaboration products in the past, but it was a long time ago, and I actually didn't know anything about this, but they actually mentioned it in the Sonic State video, and it was in like the 80s, and that ended up becoming their actual printer and some of their other product arms, but it actually started off being musical. Kind of interesting.
Yeah.
So it's good to see that they're bringing some research and development and DIY stuff back. Because in a way,
Absolutely.
I think there's a lot of people that would love to sort of get to know Roland a little bit closer. You know,
Yeah.
I just think that, you know, sometimes there's a bit of a demarcation between being a consumer of their products and, you know, being involved with them and developing stuff. I think it's a nice thing, sort of, you know, opening it up a bit. Yeah. Cool. Right.
Good stuff.
Good stuff. Well, the next thing is a massive release product, and we've been waiting for this now for a little while because we've been teased by blurry images of this particular product in the manufacturer's videos now a few months. And you guys may know them as MakeNoise, and here we are. We have the MultiWAVE. This is that blurred module that we saw when we looked at the Polymath and a few the other things that they released over the last few months. So yeah, it's good to see. Now the this is all part of the ecosystem that MakeNoise are sort of getting themselves into. The NUS, N-U-S-S, the you know, their new sort of polyphonic and I guess it's kind of what they talk about is we sort of becoming now to a point where we, as musicians, especially synth musicians, we know what we can do with a lot of the stuff. And what MakeNoise want to do is they want to create a product that can do things that hasn't been done before. That's the whole sort of design methodology. And it's interesting because I'm not sure they're going to be judged on that, right? So I actually think they do a good job in this, but at the same time they have stolen ideas from Buchla and in the past, and you know, so we're going to watch them and see what they are able to achieve with this. But here we are with the MultiWAVE. What you're getting here is an 8-channel dual wavetable oscillator. So here we go again, wavetable. Seems to be the fruit of synths right now, isn't it? A wavetable. So that's 16
we're at peak
oscillators. 16 oscillators, guys. When you're thinking about it that way, obviously it's going to be. I'm guessing this thing is digital because you know there'd be a crap load of electronics behind it if it was 16 oscillators. Anyway, there is a video lined up. We should probably have a look at it. But I guess what we need to look at is what is the new kind of thing here? Because wavetable synths right now are popping out everywhere, left, right, and center. And let's see if these guys can communicate to us what's new about this and what's different about this. And remember what I said to you before about how they want us to buy into their future. And that is this idea that they're trying to create products that take us down a path that hasn't never been done before. So let's see. And we'll get your comments afterwards. Share the journey. Here we go.
Modular synthesis has grown to a point where we have everything we could possibly need to make the music we know how to make. And so here at MakeNoise, we've started trying to come up with modules that allow us to make music that we don't know how to make yet.
We'll pause it there. That's a nice little bright graphic. Yeah. Let's get your comments first, and then I'll go in afterwards, and we'll talk about the features and what they could be. So just with that, did you hear anything? Did you see anything? What's your comments? I'll put Andy up in the corner too.
I have to admit, I have to admit that I liked this better the more I read about it and understood how it works. But I wasn't exactly blown away by the sound of it. I was certainly surprised by the sound of it, in the sense that it was something I genuinely thought, yeah, I haven't really kind of heard that before. But
Sounded
it
weird,
wasn't something. Yeah, but it was nothing there saying, "Oh my God, this is the new music." But that's because I'm not really super into the experimental edges of music technology, except when I'm just playing around and having fun. But when it comes to actually my music, I am still quite locked into the melody and that kind of stuff. So I don't really gravitate towards these kind of things. I have a little bit of a narrower mind than perhaps some of my compadres here on the panel do, a bit more broader than my sort of tastes. So the sound wasn't it wasn't the thing that interests me. It was definitely the principles of the technology, the principles of the polyphonic modulation and the spread controls and internal modulators and channel indexes to create polyphonic communication between modules. That was all quite interesting to me. But yeah, I have to admit the sound of it was a bit of a case of, well, I didn't necessarily hear a lot there, but the whole point of this is we don't know what kind of sounds are going to come out of it, because it's going to depend on the people who purchase these and play with them. There could be some really cool music that comes out of this in the future. And yes, they, by their own admission, they're saying, we don't know what music's going to come out of this system. We're giving it to you now to see what you can do. That's sort of my general take on it.
Mm-hmm. One thing is, did you guys notice a lot of the stereo effects on it? And were you of the impression when you heard that they're bathing this demo in effects, or did you actually understand that they're not? This is actually modules.
I think I didn't understand at the beginning of the video, but when I watched Tony's in-depth video at Reverb, I think it was, explaining very slowly, what all the different systems that go together to make it produce sound, it did make a lot more sense, that I could hear exactly what was, So it was, as I said, it's definitely cool.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. It's definitely cool. It's interesting.
So for those who don't know, the NUS, NUSS, their sort of ecosystem that they're starting to build their modules on. There's a few modules now that they've got Polymaths, QXG, and this, and I think there might be another one. They kind of do surround themselves in this whole stereo sphere of audio, and that's kind of their building block, where you're actually not having to use an effects module like a ping pong delay or a reverb to create that stereo atmosphere with a mono source. This is actually a module itself that generates stereo sound.
Yeah.
And that's kind of its big early entry into where you're going to take your music from there. And actually, it does make you create music in a different way when you actually think about it, that you're now actually creating sound that's coming out in your left and your right ears, and you've got to control that differently to how you would control a reverb or a delay or a chorus type effect, which is a little bit more sort of expected, I guess.
Predictable.
Yeah. So here you've got an architecture that you build with, right? So what you've got is you've got, we'll talk about sequencing in a minute, because the sequencing side of it is kind of the way that you manipulate this after you've built the building blocks on it. So I kind of, first you've got this polyphonic generation, which activates from these mono sequences, right? And then you can sort of span them and spread them through that stereosphere. Then you've got the per channel. You've got, don't forget, you've got 8 channels here. I'll just move Andy out of the way so you can see that up top there. You've got your 8 channels across the top. You then build that polyphonic timbre across those channels. You've got the ability to do things with a quantizer. There's things that do modulation on those polyphonic features, like, for example, detuning and glide and stuff like that. And it's not just, oh, there's a glide or there's a detune. It actually is more in depth about how you can actually manipulate that. There's built-in LFOs and things like that. And then you've got the wavetable synth itself as well, which is kind of the very root building block of this. And that's what you'd expect. You'd have that wavetable thing from... you probably would have seen their wavetable stuff in their older modules like DPO, STO, Spectrophon, for example, those sort of things. But you can actually use Wave Edit to bring your wavetables in, so it actually is compatible with Wave Edit, and I think there's a USB connectivity at the back that allows you to do that. Then you've got things like the span thing that I told you about, and you can see span, it's in the middle up the top, where you can change the arbitrary sort of order, the indexing of it. You can sort of sequentially work that through the sequencer with variable steps, and then you can then work on this sort of parallel regime with the 8 voices across the 8 channels there. So I probably haven't really described it that well without sort of actually showing, right? But when you think about it, I don't know if I've seen anything exactly like this in other synths. You definitely have the building blocks, definitely with wavetable and, you know, the polyphonic side of things like that. But this, I feel like the engine of this is kind of more tuned to being like a sequence-based oscillator.
Well, it's tailored to eurorack.
Mm.
The way we've traditionally, you know, sequenced and modulated things in eurorack, they've basically said, no,
it's more like using eurorack like a wave station, right? You get wave sequencing out of it.
Yeah,
you do, but you get other sequencing.
And you're jumping around.
Yeah,
you're jumping around.
Yeah. It's doing a lot of sampling and holding. They talk about it. And
they are.
Tony talks about it. They do a lot of sampling of the. So you've got a monophonic signal coming in, it samples it at different points for each voice, depending on how you span it and stuff like that. So it's creating polyphony out of nothing in a way.
Yeah,
it's creating polyphony out of time displacement.
Kind of like some of the stuff you can do with trans waves on the old Sonic stuff.
Yeah, there's certain tricks that they've pulled from various different parts of the synth world, as well as the eurorack well, and it's kind of a unique combination of all of those things. It seems to me.
Yeah,
they're a great company. They make really. I have a bunch of their modules. They make really cool stuff. I haven't read much about this one, but I like the fact that they're also pushing the stereo option, much like Buchla and Depfer pushed a quad for so long. So it's nice to see stereo getting more notice.
I think the big thing here is, I mean, like I said earlier at the start, wavetable synths are absolutely being flogged to death in the synth community right now. They're everywhere. We just even talked about the Bento having the wavetable synth, you know, coming out. And last week we talked about the Evil what was it called, Daren?
Evil
The
Pet.
Evil Pet. And,
Pet,
you know,
yeah.
they're
Before
everywhere.
that, there was the Pittsburgh Modular one.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
And I've got, yeah.
Yeah.
They're everywhere.
In fact, when we get later on in news, you'll find out another one. So what I guess, you know, and I made that comment to Daren a couple of weeks ago that I'm getting a little probably tired of the whole wavetable thing, because what I'm not seeing, I'm seeing everyone adopt it, but I'm not seeing anyone sort of do anything really that creative with it.
Yeah.
Until these guys. So this is kind of the first example of someone actually doing something very creative with it.
This is why it's so cool that something like a Fismo came out so many years ago, was way ahead of its time, right? Everyone's kind of revisiting that stuff now, and I was like, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing with the Fismo, you know, anyone who's used one, I actually used to have one, is it was actually a pain in the ass to program. It was an absolute pain in the ass to program.
But some of the other Transwave stuff is not. So Fismo is just a weird beast.
Yeah. But Ensoniq were, like, the developers behind Ensoniq, you guys know them. They are extremely talented people, and they, you know, they are the grandfathers of a lot of the stuff that we are seeing in mainstream synths today. And
Well,
like
the
you
guys
said,
who worked on the synth chip way back when. So
yeah, Giannis. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so look, I'm a massive fan of MakeNoise. If you haven't worked it out, I love their stuff. I've got a few of their modules. I wish I had more. I mean, obviously, some of them have been hit and miss. I have to admit, in the past, I think they went down this. I think they even admit it. They went down a DSP rabbit hole for a while, and they kind of had a few sort of, I wouldn't say fails, but I think they were kind of questionable, you know, questionable journeys. Directions. Yeah, and I feel like they've definitely tidied themselves up, and they're on probably a better journey now with this NUSS.
Well, Morphogene is a great one though too. That also lets you randomly jump around a wavetable and stuff. So it's like a sample wavetable kind of thingy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, go and have a look at, like, for example, this and the polymath, and think about how those two will now work together, and which is one of the reasons why I got frustrated when they brought the polymath out, because we were hearing this thing that the polymath was manipulating, and it was this, but we never knew what it was, and it now starts to make a lot more sense. So you'll feel probably more at home now with the polymath, now that you know what this is. Does that make sense? In a way, you don't have to get this and use the polymath, and you don't need to have the polymath to use this, but you kind of would be silly if you didn't. I feel like they both really do need to belong with each other. It's kind of like, you know, it's important. It's an important marriage. You know, you could use that Behringer thing to, you know, sequence this if you wanted to with the 8 individual triggers, you know. You could.
Well, that's why they designed these shared systems. This is, I think, shared system number 2 or 3 or something like that.
Yeah.
Where they build things around a master thing that's eventually going to build out.
Yeah.
You know.
Indeed. Anyway, MakeNoise are an amazing company, and they're still bringing out stuff. I mean, I actually can't keep up with them. The amount of stuff they brought out this year alone has been incredible. They must have been spending so much time developing this stuff too.
To think Tony was just a Moog tech a long time ago, just a guy working at Moog, and then suddenly started releasing modules. It's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember him saying, I don't know if it was him that said it or someone heard him say it, but I remember him saying that he tried to get Moog to go into Eurorack, and they resisted. They didn't want to. Because he was kind of big on it. Yeah.
Yeah. I think he says in his sort of bio that, you know, he went away for a year and lived in a cave, metaphorically, I presume.
Yeah.
Before he created, before he launched MakeNoise as a, you know, after he'd left Moog. So yeah, a bit of soul searching, I think, was involved.
And if you guys haven't seen their years of like Instagram, Facebook videos where they show weird, clever experiments, those are amazing. So check those out. They're on YouTube as well.
Yeah.
They're just throwing out weird ideas. And like, oh, I haven't thought about that before. That's cool. So
yep.
They're very playful.
Very, very good example of when people bring a product out, showing how it can be used, I mean, that video that I showed, by the way, I only showed the intro. There's another 7 minutes of that video to go watch. And on top of that, go watch the Reverb video that is on the Reverb YouTube channel, which is also really good. And I think they've done a live stream since too. So if you really are into this, go head over to the MakeNoise website, and you'll sort of be able to dig through. But there's an article below which I've already linked in the chat, which is the ranzee.com/MakeNoise-MultiWAVE. It's an easy one to remember. Head there and you'll be able to find all the links to it. Now, price. Did we get to price? No, we didn't. Price is $529 MSRP, Andy, so it's not the actual end product.
Street price.
Yeah.
But you can get it through Perfect Circuit at the moment. And I don't know why it's not working. Here we go. Perfect Circuit are selling it for, just waiting for this. It's actually a pre-order at the moment. Come on. I hate that bloody cloud flare crap. Yes, I'm a human being. Hurry up.
Yeah, it's annoying, isn't it? Every time I open one of their promo emails.
Anyway, I'll let you guys know. It's available for pre-order on Perfect Circuit. You can find the link on my blog page. Anyway, I don't know why that page isn't loading. Maybe their website's getting hammered. And I know, Andy, you're a fan of Perfect Circuit as a company, so
oh yeah, he's actually done seminars. You can go back and look at them on Perfect Circuit. They do a whole 2-hour thing or whatever.
Yeah.
And when they have this stuff in the store, if you've never had a chance to visit, you can play there for hours, and they don't bug you.
Yeah.
They let you experiment and do whatever you want, and you eat candy while you're doing it. So
now, if you are in the UK, obviously Perfect Circuit will probably be a trick to not, with the delivery and stuff like that.
Yeah.
$529, same price. Yeah, $529 Perfect Circuit pre-order. Yeah.
And they often have a Black Friday thing going on too, so look for the Perfect Circuit Black Friday thing.
The ones that I was thinking of in the UK was the Elevator Sound guys. I think they're probably a good place to get it from.
Yeah, in Bristol.
Signal Sounds too. Signal Sounds is good in Scotland.
Yeah, I've never touched them though, Andy, so I can't comment.
Yeah, Signal Sounds.
I've used
They
Elevator
can send you a free can of haggis sometimes if you ask them.
Oh my God.
Yeah, really?
I don't know if I got that.
Yeah, they do.
There's
Rub-a-dub-dub's all right as well.
Pretty big module, guys.
Yeah, rub-a-dub-dub.
If you're into Eurorack, 26 HP is a pretty decent sized module. So it needs to be though, because it's got a lot of stuff that it's doing. So it does take a bit of real estate up, but when you think about it, there is 8 oscillators here, so technically you could split them up.
I say it can be 16 voices because
it is
between the A and the B they can have different pitch.
Yeah,
tracking, so you can get 16 voices.
Yeah, but you would only be able to. You can't split the voices on outputs though. So you would.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
sort of
two voices per
duophonic
per output.
8
yeah.
Duophonic. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, that's awesome. That's that one done. Okay, next. Cruising right along. Are you guys into DIY? Well, I am.
No.
So is Chris. A few other people are.
I used to be.
If I said to you that you could build this 5-step sequencer for about $11 US, it's a really interesting actual project. It's a Japanese guy, HAGIWO is his name. He does provide all of the schematics, the build, everything on his website. It's in Japanese, but you can get Google to translate it. But there is a video of this particular little thing in action. I think we should check that out, and then we'll talk about the actual DIY project, because it's free for you guys. If you have all this stuff lying around, technically it's free for you to build. If you don't, you have to go and buy the bits. I've got Gemini, Google AI, to help me see if it could actually price up a build key with this, and it actually did a pretty good job.
The DIY modular for it's just put in off.
Yeah, well, get someone else to build it for you, Daren.
He has to go to the toilet. Yeah. Modular. does send you a bit runny.
Yeah. Ian's got the trots. Right, here we go. Let's have a look at the sequencer in action. Like, don't expect it to be like musically fantastic. It's a sequencer. But here we go. Good choice.
It's got irritable synth syndrome. Is it?
There's some pretty bonkers kind of controls on that sequencer. I mean, obviously it's inspired by the Buchla one that they talked about, but it's pretty bonkers, honestly. So let's get that article up so I can show you guys. What are we up to? News 4?
Don't know.
5. News 5.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, News 5. Let's get the article up. Bang. And I'll get it up on so I can share it with you guys. Just give me a sec, sorry. I can't have the same article up everywhere. Otherwise it's going to cause me dramas. Oh. Okay. Let's go across to... we can just go full screen. Here we go. So this is the blog article that I've done. I mean, I've grabbed a whole bunch of graphics and stuff that he's published on his website, but it's, like I said, it's all in Japanese, so I've translated it, put it into English for you guys.
Brilliant job, by the way.
You can go in and actually look at all the different specs of this thing. It tells you that where it's got its Buchla sort of heritage from. And one of the things kind of bonkers about it is like 5 steps is kind of bonkers in its own right? Because it does invoke polyrhythms in that sense, doesn't it? In a way.
Absolutely.
But you can also, you probably would have noticed in the video, you can do the 3, 4, or 5 step selection, and then you've got you've got all these kind of sequencer modes like random and tie, and then this kind of in a random mode you can select this 256 full random sequence. It's kind of bonkers what it does. Chris, I'll get you to talk about what you discovered about it in a sec, because I actually didn't find that out. So that's pretty cool. But if you scroll right down, I've actually done a little bit of sourcing of how much all the bits would cost. And this is in US dollars. So the Nano is about $3. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't think so.
I'd like to get one for $3 too.
Same. Potentiometers is probably correct. Switches is probably correct. Front panel, you could probably do it for $1.50 if you knew what you were doing. I would say it's probably more expensive than that. If you're doing it out of cardboard, it's probably even cheaper. Some people do euroracks out of cardboard. Yeah, the TL72 op amp would probably only be 20 cents if you bought lots of them. And then, there's this other components thing. Like if you're shopping at Temu, you could probably have a box of all these resistors, capacitors, and jacks, maybe if you're lucky. Anyway, this is the build. There's a whole bunch of information on his website, and there's all the links there to go to it. So if you're into doing your own DIY synthy bits and pieces, sorry, I'll go to this one, because Andy's back. You can do the HAGIWO 5-step sequence. Now, Chris, what did you find when you were looking? Actually, just go here. You found something weird about this.
The thing that he mentions about is that it doesn't use a digital to analog converter. So the voltages are created by the pots and purely the pots. And how he actually switches between the different voltages is by exploiting the fact that the Nano has a lot of, binary inputs and outputs at 0 and 5 volts. So he's basically just feeding every single pot in sequence. It's giving it a power supply. And when he doesn't want it to play a sound, he gives it no power supply. So it's like turning on and off the power to each pot. So that's clever, because it, as I said, it avoids the use of a DAC. There's two approaches to a DAC in projects of this sort of Arduino flavor. One is to actually use a dedicated DAC chip, which is a bit more sophisticated and requires communication, high-speed communication, which can have its own challenges and timing issues. And the other one is using the PWM inbuilt in the system, which is notoriously low res and quite wishy-washy, I would best describe it as. It's not exactly perfect. It's a bit of a compromise. And if you're really into precision, and if you're, of course, that's one of the things, is that when you are dealing with eurorack, is it can be quite unforgiving to little imprecise voltages. You can hear it with your ears and stuff, and it can be quite annoying. So a lot of people are really looking for high precision. The thing about this is that with low cost, he's just come out with a workaround that just bypasses the whole issue. It admittedly limits its possible future expansion, but it does mean that for what it's trying to do, and exactly what it's trying to do, it does it well. And the other aspect of it is that even though you're limited on what voltages you can, recall, shall we say, because of course you change a pot and you've lost your voltage, he's kind of made up for in thinking a lot more about the way you sequence them and the directions and step skipping and random. He's found other ways of and sort of led the way to other people as well to find different ways of mixing up the sequence, other than mucking around with the voltages, because even though they're the big fat pots on the front of your module, they aren't necessarily the be-all and the end-all of the creative side of it. So yeah, it's quite cleverly engineered.
Is that little sort of trick with the pots, though, susceptible to a bit of channel bleed between the steps?
Well, if I bring up, I've just got the circuit diagram here. Well, you see what he's done is he's put he's using signal diodes between each pot and the amplifier, so there's no crosstalk between channels because it's going through a diode.
It's going through a diode.
Now, that creates its own issues as well that he has accounted for by adjusting values of resistors, because now it means your voltages going between 0 and 4.4 volts instead of 5 volts. But none of this matters because the voltage is pretty precise because it's coming from the Arduino, which has a precision.
Are they germanium diodes,
source.
or what kind of diodes are they?
I think he's just using cheap signal diodes. So they're just 4148 signal diodes. Yeah, admittedly there are a couple of millivolts difference between 4148 diodes, but I don't know if it would really make a lot of difference. And when you consider that you're using pots, potentiometers, so they in themselves have completely, non-linearities in them, and that's the whole thing about a pot, is that it's the feedback you get from the pot, and the fact that the pot stays at a particular value when you take your hands off it. That's kind of what they're exploiting. There's your precision. Yeah. As opposed to some other silicon devices which are temperature sensitive, for example. It's one of the reasons. It's sort of one of the sort of hidden, kind of tricks of eurorack is when you when you use a lot of pots everywhere, that kind of control limits how much variation things can have on temperature and stuff like that. So, yeah, there's two ways to skin a cat is what this project's kind of made me think. It's always fun when you see someone come up with a clever way of bypassing an issue. that of imprecision of DACs and stuff like that. Now, I'm not super convinced that the solution of using a DAC chip is not as good as this. I'm a little bit skeptical, but that could be because I've not had a lot of experience with perhaps the practical side of doing DIY electronics with DACs. I don't know. Maybe, cost starts to become a factor and therefore it gets dismissed for that reason. As I said, I'm not a huge follower of this gentleman, so I don't know much about his philosophy. So I can't comment, can't speak to that. But yeah, PWM DACs are very well known to be very, imprecise and hard to repeat and full of compromises. That's not to say you can't use them. I mean, I have a DIY module that I built years ago up there that plays. What's the word? Sorry, I've forgotten that word for division of meters into even number of rhythmic pulses. I forgot what it's called. But anyway, that uses a PWM DAC, and that was just an afterthought thing, but it goes into a quantizer. So, of course, pitches get quantized anyway, so it doesn't matter how imprecise your DAC is when it's going through a quantizer. It gets controlled by what the quantizer decides is the right voltage for a particular note. So in that sense, precision doesn't matter as much if you're going through a quantizer. But a lot of people, I mean, not everyone's going to be using this for pitch, are they? They could be using it for filter cutoffs or various other things, and that's where precision could be very, very important. So not just considering one use case here, also thinking about the others.
Interesting. Yeah. I always find these little projects to be interesting because they not only do they give us access to a new way of looking at sequencing and things like that, but also they also give us a little insight into the choices for electronic designs, and we could probably use some of those ideas in other projects. Or if you're not really sure what's going on there, obviously that's not for you, but one of the things you could do with this sort of stuff is build it, like I showed you on the article before, build it as a breadboard project first, so that you can you've got the little pins that you can, move ideas around and, change components and, develop your own, or maybe you could even expand this into from being a 5-step into being a bigger thing.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I looked at it. Because he's using pretty much all of the outputs of the Nano to do the trick. That's why it's limited. One of the reasons why it's kind of limited to 5 steps. But you could use a different CPU with more general purpose I/O.
Yeah, or some sort of multiplexing.
Exactly. But I think the whole point is once you start getting to multiplexes, it's sort of getting away from the ethos of keeping the cost low and allowing people to get into it without having to understand. It's simple enough that you can get understanding of how it works, and that's a valuable thing for people who are just starting out or people who just have an interest in this sort of area of electronic design.
Yeah, and also people who are interested in Arduinos as well.
Yeah.
This is an Arduino
actually,
project.
the DCML has a lot more outputs on it, analog and digital, so you can do more with it. But
I mean, and this is kind of not really like what's better out there. This is more just this is an interesting project.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
if you want to do more than 5, he could have used a different Arduino. So.
Yeah. Okie dokies.
One of the sample drum things I have has a whole bunch of digital stuff on it. It's cool stuff.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's the main news. Now, I thought there's a whole bunch of other news that came out during the week, and I thought, geez, we can't really sort of burn the candle at both ends and have a show that just talks about news for the entire show. But I do think it's worth mentioning these things because they are pretty big news items. We're just going to have to kind of really just breeze over them. And if you guys want us to dwell on this, I think we can put a pin in it for next week or maybe in a future week episode. So I'm just going to go over these things very quickly. They're going to be in the blog article anyway. So the first thing is, I guess we'll just go to us and we'll just put it over us. And I'm sorry, Andy, I'll get you there twice. We'll put the graphic over the top of us because I can't get the label working. That's the best way to describe it. Anyway, so first thing is that if you guys know about Elmira 2, there's a new firmware out for Elmira 2, firmware 2.4. So if you guys are owners of the Elmira 2, you probably don't know that it's out. Maybe you do. Go check that out. One of the things is there's a video. It's linked in the blog article. If you guys want to watch that, go check that out. I'm going to be going through these really, really quickly. And at the end, if we need to call any of these back up, we can. The next, this is kind of like software and firmware section of the show. The next one is Polyend Play Plus have brought a new firmware out, firmware 1.3. So there's, guess what is new in that? See if you can guess. Wavetable synth. There you go. Okay. Yep. So that's what's new in that, and there's a few other bits.
Because the tracker already had wavetable on it, right?
Yeah. All right. So there's that. Now going into more. So that was the firmware stuff. Now this is into the software side. Roland have released Synology GX. So you guys can pretty much guess what that is, just by looking at it. So if you're part of the Roland Ultimate subscription, you'll get this. Okay, it's free. If you already got it, and you can also get it separately too if you want. But it's part of the Synology subscription plugin. So yes, this is a VST.
I have
plugin.
Ultimate. I've used it twice in 2 years. It is a good thing, but I just don't use it.
I don't have it anymore. I had it and then I didn't, and then I had it and then I didn't. I'm kind of a bit like that. Anyway, then there's another Roland thing. I haven't got a graphic for it, and that's they've extended their Play for Life thing as part of their cloud subscription, and now it's extended to the 31st of December. If you don't know about the Play for Life thing, if you are an Ultimate subscriber, you do have the option after a certain amount of time to qualify to select a product that you can keep for life. And later on, if you don't pay the Ultimate subscription, you can still continue to use it, which is kind of what I've done over the years. I've got probably about 7 or 8 Roland VST instruments that I use. And I do recommend it too if you're into some of the nostalgic stuff that they've done. Like they've got some of their old General MIDI, the Roland GS Sound Canvas, and there's the 5080, the JV sound banks and stuff like that. Worth getting, because that's part of the Roland Cloud stuff that really,
especially the plugouts if you have compatible hardware like System 8
or even a D50 in there is worth getting because it's actually the real D50. So there's that. The other really, really big news was that Dreadbox are re-releasing the Nix. So there's the Nix version 2. Oh. So that was a bit sad when they stopped making this. So it's good to see that they're bringing this out again. And
I want to go with my Erebus.
Yeah,
I really like my Erebus, but I'm not getting that much variety out of it, so I don't use it that much.
Yeah,
it sounds great, but I'm not getting a lot of different things.
Nuance.
So.
Yeah, what I liked about the Nix though is the little mod matrix on the right. Pretty cool.
Semi-mod, yeah.
Yeah, pretty cool synth, this one. And I think there was a lot of people that said, hey, bring it back, and they have. So version 2 is out, and the last one, and this is not by any stretch of the imagination the least, is Expressive E have brought out the Osmo 61. So now you've got a 61 key bed, and obviously there's a lot of people that would be very, very happy to hear that, because now they've got more keys to press.
Yeah.
And wiggle.
I just wonder if it's a CPU thing, why they only brought out the 40, what was it, 49? 49 key, whatever it was.
It's kind of like the Hydrasynth, right? Started with the 49 and advanced to the bigger one. So
Yeah.
I'm happy with the shorter one. It's okay. Either and Hydrosynth as well. So.
Yep. And I guess the last bit of news, and this is really, you guys are all over this anyway, so it's not anything new that you guys don't know about, but that is if you are kind of looking for a sort of one-stop shop to find hand-picked cool Black Friday deals, I'm trying to sort of scatter them over the next few days on my website, because we've got until the 29th of November, really. That's kind of the deal here. But the first one that I thought I'd show you this week, and there's, by the way, there's going to be a heap more, so I'm not going to show them all on the show because it's just too hard, but do head over to my Facebook or Discord. I'll be posting these on there and you'll be able to see them as they come through, but obviously ranzee.com is a good place to go. The first one is that if you're into iZotope, there is a 40% off deal for the music production suite, which is Suite 8. So if you haven't got the latest one, that's actually a really good price, by the way. So
it's absolutely a good price, because I played more than that when I bought it a few months ago.
Yeah, so you can actually, if you go there,
it's really good.
It is an affiliate link through me, but just remember that doesn't add anything to the price. You're actually giving me a little kick to my keep my lights on and everything. So if you do want to get it, go through me, and you'll give me a little kickback, and that's a free way, in a way, to give a plug to the show.
Yeah, it's a fantastic suite of plugins. It really is.
Yeah,
I've got a few more to load on there. I'm going to put the Arturia V Collection 11 or whatever it is on there. So that'll be on there. I think there's 50% on that. I told you about that last week, but I haven't actually loaded that up on the website. I'll do that during the week. That's going to be around till December anyway, so you've got plenty of time on that one. And there is there's a Behringer Thomann MS1 deal that I'm going to put up there during the week as well, where you're getting a 25% discount on the Mark II if you're getting them from Thomann, that is. So the only negative thing for Australians is it costs an insane amount to post it here. So you might as well just get it from your local store here in Australia. But if you are in the other parts of the world, like Europe, Germany, France, even the UK, it's actually pretty cool. Pretty cool. That's it for the extra news. So yeah, that's the news done.
I mean, I had to look up when Black Friday was, because it's like Black Month, isn't it? It's Black November, really.
And then people are going early and say, it's our early
Well, it
Black
was one
Friday.
day, then it became Cyber Monday, then it became...
Yeah.
So,
Yes. Yeah, it's just...
Yeah, it's just the whole of November, basically.
While you guys are talking about that, why don't we do this? Dearie me.
Okay.
Now, I haven't done any fact checking on this, and Wagoo got very angry with me last week because he spoke Russian and I didn't, and apparently there was a bit that wasn't quite worded correctly. Now, I do apologize. I actually don't know how to read the Russian alphabet. So anyway, I've got the same problem this week. I don't actually know if this is 100% true because I don't have this particular synth to actually check. So I'm just going to go with it anyway, and if people don't like it, they can throw their synths at the screen. If you do throw your synth at the screen, make sure you do a good job of it. And this is the sound it makes.
Yeah.
Right. First clue is poly-mod. There's your first clue. Should be the easiest synth quiz in the world this week. Easiest synth quiz in the world. There we go. Synth quiz and then your answer. Chuck it in the chat. Synth quiz and your answer. Now, Ian, I don't know if you got the email from me. And
I did. Yeah, no, I'd already prepared something.
Oh, okay, cool. Let's do this.
So yeah.
Yes, we have on this day, and Ian is our host.
Yeah. So we start in 1959. So a band called Johnny and the Moondogs, stick with me on this one, played the final heat of a TV star search competition at the Hippodrome Theatre, close to Daren in Manchester. Judging was done by volume of applause by each group, right? And the band was so skinned that they had to head off back to Liverpool before they were called back on stage. That band, called Johnny and the Moondogs, was really the Beatles.
Okay. Yes, of course.
So then we jump to 1960. There's not a lot of, to be fair, there's not a lot of synthy stuff here, but it's all music, isn't it? So 1965, we had Rolling Stones made their US debut on a show called Hullabaloo, and they performed their song "Get Off My Cloud," which I remember playing. I remember learning that when I first started to learn on a Hammond organ. That was one of the first songs I ever learned. 1969, we had the Carpenters release their first debut album. Now, let's face it, the Carpenters were a bit cheesy, but I actually thought they were all right in terms of song structures, and Karen Carpenter's voice is absolutely amazing, and she's a brilliant drummer. Or she was, bless her, you know. But it did produce a minor hit, which was the Beatles cover of Ticket to Ride, and after that, it was re-released in 1970, and you know, then the rest is history as far as the Carpenters are concerned, really. What else have we got? We've got 1980, Blondie had their first UK #1 single and third #1 of the year. Sorry, their fifth #1 single. The Tide is High, which was a reggae song written by John Holt, which might go well if I try it on the rhythm. I have to say, I never really liked The Tide is High, but I liked the sort of new wave element of Blondie.
Yeah.
But once they started to move into disco, and it didn't do it for me really. And I saw their first headline tour, second time they toured in the UK. I managed to blag my way into the Manchester gig by pretending to be a journalist for the NME, and had a fight with and had a not a physical fight, but an argument with a photographer from another music press. So, but yeah, so I got him for free, but it was all right, really.
How about Rapture with Debbie's rap debut?
Rapture's awesome.
Yeah. Rapture is awesome, actually. It is, yeah.
One of my favourite Blondie songs.
So in 1986, we had the first time.
The Man from Mars.
On this day, we had the first time that female acts or female-fronted bands held the top 5 spots on the UK pop charts. So this includes Swing Out Sister.
Yep. Great song.
I like them. Great song, but ropey band, really. Mel and Kim, who were brilliant. The Bangles.
Yeah.
Kim Wilde.
Yeah.
And the number 1 spot, and this is getting a bit synthy, isn't it? Berlin with Take My Breath Away.
Yeah. You know Swing Out Sister, Ian?
Yeah.
I used to work in a hi-fi store in the 80s, right? And I sold so many NAD stereo systems with that Swing Out Sister song. What's it called again? It was
the production on it.
Yeah, it was quite a big sounding beat.
Yeah, I had the album for a short
Talking
while.
about Breakout. The song
Breakout. That's it. Breakout.
Yeah. Breakout. That's
I
it
literally
was the best song on the album.
I sold so many hi-fi systems because it actually sounded really, really like crisp.
It's the only song of theirs I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Then we jumped to the
in the
following
day.
year, 87, and actually, Brother in Arms, Dire Straits, became the first act to sell more than 3 million copies of an album in the UK. Now, you said you were working in a hi-fi store in the 80s. So was I.
Yeah.
And I sold loads of hi-fi systems with Brothers in Arms. Because, because it was the one album that would sell. I mean, I have to say, for years, I couldn't listen to it after those years working in a hi-fi shop. I can listen to it now, but for years, I couldn't listen to it. Yeah, it did, it did become certified 10 times platinum here.
What
and
ended
I know
up
it did
happening,
really well in the rest of the code.
What ended up happening with me is Brothers in Arms came out the year after I finished working at the hi-fi store. Yeah.
Right.
I had the CD, but in fact, I think it was the first CD that I owned. I always
Ranzee, you never did that scene in Boogie Nights where the guy plays country to demo. Remember the Boogie Nights scene?
I can't remember.
Plays country music and chases away the customer.
I
Basically.
do remember the Boogie Nights thing. Yeah, I do. Yeah. I actually lost my job at the hi-fi store, not because I got sacked or anything, because I actually worked, as a full-time job somewhere else, and this was kind of a part-time job. But I remember when I left, the owner of this place, he's Austrian, right? And he said to me, I used to hate you because you used to make so much friggin' money off commission. Because I used to get a commission as well as my hourly rate, and he used to hate having to pay me all the commission because I made a stack of money selling hi-fi. And I said, what do you hate me for? I sold your hi-fi systems.
Yeah. I mean, that's the only time I ever got fired was from that job. So I started there. I'd worked in a company called Lasky's first of all in hi-fi, and then I went to work for this guy called Vickers Hi-Fi, which I think the company's still going. Don't know if the guy still owns it. And I ended up being the shop manager. And literally in 1 year, I doubled his revenue. I doubled his turnover, right? But he was the most obnoxious person. I mean, I used to walk into work and I'd knock on the door, he'd open the door, and he wouldn't speak to me till the afternoon. So he'd let me in the shop, I'd set up, and he just wouldn't talk to me until mid-afternoon. But so I got fired, and I got fired because I'd set up my own business. So I set up the audio clinic, was my first business, right? Working from a table in my dining room with my partner, and he got wind of it and fired me, But so then we jump to 1990, where we've got German producer Frank Farlin held a press conference where he confessed that Milli Vanilli's did not sing on their vocals.
Don't we remember this?
Oh, that's classic.
Absolutely. This was huge news.
Classic.
It was absolutely massive, wasn't it?
This was huge news.
Yeah.
And that was the end of
lip syncing on MTV.
That was the end of Milli Vanilli.
Killed their career. Yeah. And then for the metalheads in the audience, 1992, Ozzy Osbourne, bless him, rest his soul, announced that he was retiring from touring after a gig in California, and by saying, "Who wants to be touring when they're 46?" He obviously came back more times than we can remember, really.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Then we jumped to 2002. UK music. I'm sorry, this is very UK centric. I couldn't find much out about the rest of the world, really. UK music industry made the decision to include computer downloads as part of pop singles charts in an attempt to restore credibility to the top 40. So that was, Then we had streaming that came along after that, didn't we?
Yeah. Don't know how that went.
No, badly is the answer.
Yeah,
really.
Badly is the answer.
2015, trumpeter Miles Davis was voted the greatest jazz artist of all time by listeners to BBC Radio. Okay. And as an aside note, I don't know whether everybody's picked up on this, but the BBC have something called the Introducing show, right, where unsigned artists can get their music played on our national BBC Radio. In the Midlands of the UK this week, their number one song was AI. It was generated by somebody who made AI music, which here has been causing a bit of a stir. But yeah, how things have changed, eh? Then we sort of jumped to November 2022, where pre-sales of Taylor Swift's Eros tour crashed the Ticketmaster site, leading to frustrated fans and a federal investigation in the States. Yeah. Despite the problem, 2.4 million tickets were sold.
Yeah.
And most in one day.
Awesome.
Absolutely. I mean, and I've watched the tour on TV.
Yeah, I watched it too.
It's really good. Really good. It's a really good concert.
Yep.
And the fact that she's playing, my son and his wife went to see her in London. Said it was amazing, and I wish I'd seen her actually. I don't have much in terms of birthdays, but I do have one, which is relevant to us. If I find it, just a sec. This day, 1957, British musician and songwriter Joe Leeway, who is best known as a member of the pop group the Thompson Twins.
Yep.
He was born. Okay. And I have to say, I saw the Thompson Twins before Joe joined them, actually. I saw them as a 7-piece when their first two albums came out. And then, obviously, they went very synthy, became a 3-piece. And what a great band. Still a great band. You know,
I mean, Hold Me Now is a great album, great song, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
All right. Now, can I do?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Can I do a pop quiz to you guys? I don't know where Andy's gone.
Yeah.
We're not going to do all 10, but I just want to see if you guys can guess out of this who would be the top 10 wealthiest musicians currently in the world. All right. So I want to see if you guys can get number 1. And at least a couple of people in the top 10. All right, so you said Ed Sheeran. All right.
I think number 1 will be Taylor Swift.
Okay, so Ed Sheeran is
spend a bit of money.
Ed Sheeran is not in the top 10. Okay. Taylor Swift number 1 is also not correct, but she is in the top 10.
Right, okay.
Paul
McCartney is in the top 10, correct,
top 10.
Daren?
Yeah.
Taylor Swift is number 2, by the way, Ian.
Oh, that's not. I was pretty close then. So who's number 1 then? Yay! So,
all right.
Probably going to change every year.
What are the chatties saying? See if you can guess who number 1 is.
What's this?
Hans Zimmer.
Hans Zimmer's not in there.
And it's not an estate as opposed to a person?
But Max Martin, what are you doing, Rob?
Is Jay-Z in there?
Jay-Z is number 1.
Beyonce.
There you go.
Ah!
Yeah. And you know what's interesting? Jay-Z is
Mrs.
number
is
1
there too.
and Beyonce is number 9. So if you combine those two together, they are the richest music people in the world.
Of course.
Yeah.
Because they're married. They're a couple. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give you another one which I think you guys will all know, and that is Madonna. She's number 7.
Yeah.
She's still in there.
Okay, yeah.
That's pretty good going, considering that she's kind of not really that
put out new music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Bruce Springsteen is in there. That's one that I didn't realize he was doing so well. And there's a few others in there, Rihanna and Bono.
The thing about Bruce Springsteen is he's always had, apart from when he was first started, he's always had good management. He's
good touring.
John Landau is really in his corner the whole time and always has been.
Yep.
I read Springsteen's book earlier this year, and they have like any relationship, business relationship, they have arguments and they disagree, but whatever happens, they're always, I don't know what percentage John Landau takes, but it's, he's doing a good job in terms of Bruce Springsteen.
Now there is one in the top 10 that I've never heard of.
Ooh.
Is it K-pop?
And
could be.
Okay, so the guy was
BTS.
born in 1935. And
okay.
he's the top 10 musicians in the world. He's a trumpeter. His name's Herb Alpert.
Oh yeah, I know Herb Alpert.
Can you believe that? I had no idea. This guy is
Tijuana Brass.
Tijuana Brass.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Tijuana
raking
Brass.
in the money, this guy.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Don't ever knock trumpeters.
Yeah. My parents loved him.
There's money
My dad
in
had
jazz,
some of his records.
Yeah.
So Probe says, "Am I on the list?" Yeah, of course I am.
Yeah. He's on a different list.
I'm at the I'm at the bottom of another list. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so we are going to do. Thanks, Ian, for that. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was great. Great fun. I enjoyed putting it together.
Now, Price Watch this week. We have a disappointment, but we have a correction to the disappointment. So here we go. We'll start off with the disappointment, I feel. And it's only a disappointment because really it's not much of a disappointment. It's only a disappointment because this is now sold And when I actually did the listing earlier in the week, it was for sale. And I thought, guys, and hoping it was still for sale for the show so someone could jump on it, because that's a smoking hot price. Seriously.
That's cheap.
That is a smoking hot price. But it sold. It sold quicker than you can say Jack Robinson. So yeah, there's the first disappointment. You guys can have a look at the eBay listing if you want. I don't think there's any point considering it's sold. So we'll just move on with a little sad look in our face. But I can tell you the rest are still for sale, so don't be worried. And I have rectified this particular idea, and you'll see why in a sec. And it's not this, but it's coming up. So this was interesting, and I thought of everyone here thinking, would you pay $361.90 US dollars? By the way, it was $438.90. It's gone down to $361.90. The guy's amended his listing. The thing with these things is, how do you know if these original are actually the original service manuals?
Yeah.
Like, someone could have just printed this out and driven over it in their car 50 times. You know what I mean?
Well,
you just don't know.
Even reproduce.
You can tell by the cover material and the wear. Yeah.
You can age things by tricks, though.
Yeah, but they used to make manuals differently, so it's...
Yeah, maybe. He does claim it is, but there's no way to prove it. And I mean, I don't really know why you'd want to buy it. You can actually download PDFs of this thing anyway.
I'm sure Ken Spong has an original manual.
Yeah. Maybe if there was a way to prove this was a collector edition, an original, then definitely this could fetch that sort of money. But other than that, I think this would kind of be
so easy to fake, isn't it?
Definitely worthy of telling him he's dreaming, I think, for that one. Right, next is this. What the... I don't think I've ever heard of this thing before.
What? Yeah, I have. I played one.
The Korg M500
Micro
preset.
Yeah.
Heard of that.
I think OMD had one in the early days.
So these are pretty rare from what I've heard. And this one's only $550 US. It's currently sitting in Missouri in the US of A. Booyah for Andy. But it's got all the little cards, the little template cards on it, which is amazing.
That's rare to have the cards.
Yep,
I think. Yeah,
good shape.
It's okay.
Condition.
The M500 is okay. It's it's what it says. It's a preset machine, but actually, I remember trying one when I was looking for my 700, my first 700.
So what do you use this with something else? Do you? I don't actually know anything about it.
No, I just use it as it's just as it is.
Oh, so it's got its own little synth engine in it, has it?
Yeah, it has. Yeah, it is It's more limited than the 700, but perfectly playable.
So it's like a little organ topper, is it? Is that what it is?
Yeah,
okay.
It is. Yeah, as they all were. That that's what my 700 was like. Is meant to go on top of an organ.
Yep.
Yeah, there they all are. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Anyway, I don't know if that's a good price or not. $550.
I think it sounds quite cheap, really, for what it is. I'm just going to look it up here.
The listing says that the button for Synth 2 does not work, or at least I don't know how to use it. It turns on and off the Synth 1. So he's not really sure. And one little button on the side pad is missing, and you could probably just fix that.
Yeah, I mean here, 400 to 900 quid. So it's about right.
So
really.
it's kind of in the middle, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I've just noticed that somebody's selling on eBay here a Korg Micro X, which I've got over there, which is a fantastic little synth with a lot of the Triton and sounds in it. 198 quid. That's a steal.
There we go. Chuck that one in chat, mate.
So,
yeah.
All
right. Let's keep going. We've got this one, which is the Yamaha DX200. Now, this was the little groove box that Yamaha brought out at the start of 2000, around there. I think it might have even been slightly before, but it was around the millennium.
This is
DX7 and a drum machine.
Yeah, so this has got the PLG DX card in it, and it's a little DX7 basically,
and a real filter, so you can actually filter the FM.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have one.
Or
It's good.
a digital filter.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
still a filter though.
Yeah. A steppy digital filter.
Yeah.
I mean,
is what it is.
Andy's got the job at the synth shop. A real filter, and I'm like, yeah, but it's a steppy digital, like 2000.
But see, FM
filter.
never had filters, so that's what's so special about it.
Yeah, no, I get you. Anyway, this one's for sale on Reverb, $575 there, US dollars, by the way. I've changed it so that it's locales US. I've got the AN 200 of this. These are really good fun. I actually am really surprised that Yamaha don't re-release these kind of like a little reface, type version of these. I feel like it's a great idea. And the
A common scam though is they'll sell the box
fun.
without the card in it, and that's bad. So
Yeah, okay, right. The problem with these though is maybe that, Andy, but also the rotary encoder is a nightmare on these things. They go funky.
not as bad as an SU700. Those are the worst.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind one actually, one of these. So yeah, that one's on eBay. Next, RX-17.
Oh yeah.
Aren't these a funky looking thing? So this
Damn
is the patch
right.
bay
Yeah.
pitch control and joystick mod thing from
Yeah,
Yamaha.
Circuit bent.
Yeah,
Obviously designed to go with the other RX series because it's the same.
The RX5.
design.
I had an RX5.
it's
It's
a
the same shells
12-bit
on RX5. Yeah.
So it's a 12-bit modulation, ROM modulation, programmable drum machine with the patch bays and the joysticks for performance controls. And these mods are generally like a whole bunch of bit crush, flanging, glitching type sort of stuff that you get on those older 8-bitty type machines, right? Because it's got the PCM, 12-bit, not 8-bit. I correct myself, 12-bit. $240 for this on Reverb, and it's located in Manchester, Daren, just down the road. Kind of interesting.
Yep.
Yeah, not bad.
Canned sound in Manchester. Now, I did promise you I would correct the mini pops problem, and I thought, I can't find a mini pops on eBay. I did find it earlier in the week, and I can't find another one. But what I have found is this baby. Isn't this cool? This is actually an Ace Tone, which is the old Roland.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
And this is an organ topper. And we've got here the fantastic FR2L. And notice that it's definitely an organ topper type design, this one.
Yeah.
Nice bit of wood.
$192 US. This one's located in Illinois, Andy, in Belleville. And yeah, I don't really know a lot about it other than the fact that it's got a very sexy looking wooden cabinet. And obviously because of its age, it's a 70s adage, right? 1970s.
Does it have a close up on the buttons? I'm going to see if it has any funny names on it.
Let's go. The photos. The photos are shocking. Let's go and have a look though. Photos are shocking. So it's got a lovely little coffee stain, cup stain thing on top.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Isn't it fantastic? And
music stand.
wouldn't it be nice if they
A
could
music stand.
focus the camera, people? There, you can
Oh
see it. Though.
yeah. Swing, tango.
Oh, it's an
trot.
overhang. They didn't get the angle right. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, Nova,
It's cut off.
rumba,
And that's volume over there. And what is?
mambo.
There's a little control thing here. I want to find out what that is. Yeah, let's see. It might be a better photo. Here we go. So this is kind of
That's
symbols,
better.
something and something.
Symbol.
Foxtrot. Yeah.
So these are kind of like fills, I feel. And here we go. Might be better there. Claves
Oh,
and
it had a
snare.
Western preset. Look at
Claves.
that. Is this
There you
Western?
go.
Yeah.
Snare,
go.
claves, and cymbal.
Wonder how good that snare
Wow.
is, people.
I was going to say the hunt for the
Yeah,
perfect snare continues.
Yeah.
Oh, it's probably the ultimate shit snare, right? It's the...
Yeah, definitely.
There you go. Tempo
Clavis is
that goes
nice. I
all
like
the
that
way to
Clavis
11.
on it.
Nice.
Yeah.
And if guys like looking at the rear of things, there you got your outs.
Not when they're that old, I'm afraid.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that cable there, isn't it?
Cable. That cable's looking good, isn't it?
Yeah. So what are we talking about? Under $200 US. This is a steal, right?
Yeah, it is a good price.
Yeah. If you're in Illinois, you'd literally be able to just pick this thing up, chuck it in your boot, away you go.
It's great.
I honestly, I would put a Synth Geekery cup on that coffee stain. No one would ever notice.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, you can cover it completely.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Super glue it down, Rants.
There's a couple of options too with the Synth Geekery cups, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I'll have to get one.
Yeah, I have to.
I like the Western preset. You can get your harmonica out and just do a little jam.
I really need the mouse pad. I've got to order one.
I am going to do another design for the mouse pad, so just hold off on that. Because I feel like there's too much black on it. But
but mine's black now.
Maybe I'll leave the two. But that's the Synth Geekery mug there. I reckon that would look nice on top of that.
It's like my t-shirt, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. And how do we get back?
I have to say though, you said the mouse mat had too much black, but how about the Ableton one that's got too much blue?
Fair enough.
I like the Synth Geekery keypad too because it's a David Guetta logo with the minimal keys on there.
So there's the mouse desktop mat I was talking about. Are you talking about the mouse mat there?
No, talking about just the mouse mat.
Oh, okay. I'm talking about the desktop mat. I'm going to change the design.
Yeah, there is too much black. I agree.
Too much black on that. And there is the synth at the screen. This is probably the cool coffee mug. All the cool guys get this one. Throw your synth at the screen.
Yeah.
You know, that is the way to go. And it's got the Synth Geekery logo on the side of it. Yeah. There you go. So that's a good one to get. Geez, $24.97 Aussie. That is cheap, right? Obviously, you've got to pay a little bit of postage on top of that, but geez, that's cheap. That is cheap.
13 quid. Yeah. Something like that.
Let me just paste the link in it. This look. People are saying, "What's the link?" I know they're not, but I'm just going to paste it in anyway.
You should nickname the black thing. Smell the glove.
Admit, yes.
There you go. Go get yourself some merch. Now, I'm actually Ian and I are sporting the actual merch from that store. I've got the Under Armour polo. This is the sporty one, and Ian's got the t-shirt. And Ian said that came pretty quick. Said a couple of days or something.
It came within about 3 or 4 days. It was
That
really
is
quick,
really
and
quick.
this is an extra large because I always buy extra large.
Yeah,
it's a really good fit. It's very comfortable.
This is
Great
extra
shirt.
large.
It wasn't. I mean, I think it was about 12. It wasn't expensive, less than 15 quid, I think. Which is good for a
Is that
t-shirt
polo
these
shirt
days.
embroidered or is that printed?
Printed.
Embroidered?
Polo shirt's embroidered.
Embroidered.
That's embroidered.
yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Which is nice because it means it's going to survive. You know, washing machines and stuff like that.
Long time.
But the t-shirt's printed. The t-shirt's printed.
Yeah.
And
They do last quite well.
Yeah, the one I want to get is the. I'm going to get the hoodie. The hoodie actually looks really nice. It's only $50, Chris. $50 for a hoodie is cheap.
That's pretty cheap for a hoodie.
That's very cheap.
50
$50
Aussie.
50 US.
50 Aussie.
That's 25 quid.
25 quid
That's
for
bonkers.
for a hoodie. It is. It's
So normally you pay
the hoodies. The hoodies they had printed up for Hardware Jams for a couple of our little Hardware Jams fests. The crap wore off after several washings. It's like I'm not buying those anymore. So hopefully this company
I have
does a much better job with the hoodie.
I have
this
a
is
band
fourth wall,
t-shirt
Eddie.
that didn't last that long.
This is fourth wall. So fourth wall, I've got a pretty. I mean, ProSynth Network use fourth wall as well. So if you're wondering,
Actually, they keep emailing me to fourth wall saying, "Do I want to?" And I do want to have a shop at some point, but it's low on my list of priorities at the moment.
Yeah. Anyway, enough about that crap. Okay, so we've done Price Watch. We've done all the segments. I think we can do this to formally sort of put a pin in the show. Ask us anything, guys. So that's ready, and I think we can launch the second clue for the Synth Quiz, which I think most people have already put their guesses in already for it. So we'll see how we go. Release on off. There's your second clue for the quiz. By the way, too, if you guys got some ideas for the show for merch, because there's a whole bunch of 6 years worth of innuendo that's happening on this show. There's probably plenty of things that I've forgotten about that needs to probably happen. But we'll see how we go. I've taken off the
you just need one big knob.
I took off the Darth Vader thing. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Touch my purple knob. Yeah.
Magoo says, could I have a T-shirt for each jelly wrestler? So
was he keeping jelly wrestlers in his house or something? Is he?
Yeah, I mean, he must be. Yeah,
He's got like a dungeon there, has he?
Yeah, you need to get over that, Wags. You really do, man. You know. Yeah.
Very shades of grey.
It happened in the past. It was in the past, honestly.
Manny. Toothbrushes? I don't even think Fourth Wall do toothbrushes, mate.
Oh,
but
I should.
You know what?
Too much DNA.
Manny, I know exactly where you're going with this. We're all in the shower or in the bathroom, and we've got our electric toothbrushes, and we're doing the filter mouth with them, aren't we? Wow.
No, we need a Dr. Synth. We need a Dr. Synth floss holder. He should sell floss.
I do it with manual toothbrushes because I'm old school and I like modular. So.
That's a good one. I like it. Yeah. Yeah. Been a pretty big week, I think, in news. Probably could have squeezed a few more products on the show, but I think we'll probably shift them across. Sorry, Mike. Shift them across to next week. I feel like my chair's gas is shrinking slowly. I'm going down.
Yeah. I suspect mine is too. It's time to get a new chair.
Yeah. Dear.
Yeah. Just put a telephone book on it. You can get it set higher. So.
No, this thing's this thing's had it. Like it's not even. I've screwed all screws as tight as I can. This thing's completely had it. It's
mine stopped squeaking now.
Oh yeah, bit of WD-40 does that every time. Ian, WD-40.
It does, yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Speaking of that, have you ever heard the famous Glenn Gould recordings when he played Bach and he had a squeaky chair that he loved, and it's on all the recordings. And I'm like, dude, don't have a squeaky chair, but it was part of his character.
Yeah. So, I was like, you should see all these like live stream videos that I've done over the years where I've done the during the week I've done like a build or I've done a playing around with the modular or whatever, and I've got Bonnie snoring in the background. And like people are like, what is that noise in the background? And I'm like, that's my dog snoring. Why can't you kick it out? Like, what's going on?
No.
I'm like, no, I'm not kicking my dog out just because, she's snoring.
When you used to have the early show for this, the little trailer in the front that was like where you do random stuff, sometimes you'd leave the room and the dog would just snore in the background.
It's hilarious, isn't it? Yeah. She had another vet visit a couple of weeks back. Oh my god, another what was it, $8,000 vet visit? Oh my god.
Oh my god. So fallout from that incident?
No, it's different. This time we took her to the park, and I took her to the park. I was actually in control of her, and within a split second, she sniffed. She was sniffing around down at the grass. I usually let my dogs sniff because that's what they want to do. You don't stop the dog from sniffing.
Makes them happy.
Anyway, she must have sniffed a wasp or a bee into her mouth, and it stung her on the tongue. And she was choking, and we had to take her to the vet.
Oh, bugger.
And
yikes.
Yeah, $8,000 later.
They make a doggy EpiPen you can carry around.
Mate, it's...
I
won't go into it.
Accident prone.
No.
Wow.
Yep. So now that the wife's saying to me, don't take the dog for a walk anymore, I'm like, yeah, well...
Yeah.
There's problems with not doing that as well.
It's just an unsafe place over there.
Have you heard of constipation?
Down there, it's just...
I mean, I've got to pick the crap off the back lawn, don't I? So if we're not taking it for a walk, I'm going to have to pick more crap off the back lawn. Yeah.
That's what happens at Kent's place with 5 dogs. The crap on the lawn. When you walk from the kitchen to his workshop, sometimes you have to
tread carefully.
Standing.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. I mean, Kent will warn you about that, but
it's like a minefield. Yeah.
Wear glasses.
Yeah, absolutely, it is. Yeah.
My son's got a soccer goal out in the backyard, and he won't use it because there's little Bonnie poops everywhere.
Presents.
And I have to go out there and pick him up. But even after I go and pick him up, he still won't do it. He still won't use the backlight. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what to do. Move the goal to the front lawn or something. Someone will steal it. Yeah. Anyway, let's get back to synths. So yeah, the Black Friday stuff is creating a few temptations for me. What about you guys?
I've not seen that much, to be fair.
I'm still.
You've already got stuff coming.
Exactly.
You bought two things this last couple of weeks.
Exactly, I bought, but it wasn't nothing to do with Black Friday.
And one of them is
Andy, because Andy wasn't here.
massive.
I bought that, Andy. That came
nice.
today. And
I still don't have any
I've
of
got an
those. I don't have any
MPC
of
Live
that.
3 coming.
The KO2s. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm surprised you didn't get the medieval
that.
one.
You're going to have to let us know how deep that thing goes in, because
this thing.
Yeah, I have a theory that it either does go deep and you'll be fine, or it's like you're just going to be making reggae.
I mean, my first thought was, the reggae stuff's fine, but I actually want to do something. Like whenever I get a box, I want to do something different with it. I mean, everybody and their brother will be making reggae tunes on it, but I want to do something different with it. Yeah,
it's like Buffalo
instead of all the
Soldier.
different worlds, all the different scales and stuff, it just has those same chords. Ding, ding,
yeah.
ding.
So,
in the heart of America.
I went to Jamaica and went to a giant reggae concert there years ago, and it did sound like one giant song.
Yeah,
I was there for hours. It sounded like one big song playing. So,
yeah, I mean, last year they had a reggae. There's a small town about half an hour away called Bruton, and they had a reggae festival. I didn't go to it, but you're right. It could end up sounding the same after a while, can't it?
Well, we went to there's a Defector show. So Kingston in the south of Jamaica is a hellhole. No one goes to Kingston anymore. It's really bad down there. So Reggae Sunsplash happens there still. We went to Montego Bay, and there's one called Some Fest that happens up there. And if you go there, you're like a scab. You're crossing a picket line, basically. So only so many artists will play at Some Fest. So we got to see like Ziggy Marley, Judy Mowat, a bunch of the standard ones. But some of them will not cross and go to Montego Bay.
Yeah.
So it's all
I love that song.
Well, Montego Bay, yeah.
Yeah, Montego. I love that song when it was an 80s song.
It was.
Yeah.
But I like the dub thing, so it'd be quite interesting. I might end up doing a dub album. That'd be interesting.
Well,
but
the Mr. Wiggly had a dub siren box, a little dub siren thingy.
Yeah, and that's got all those sort of sounds in it.
Yeah,
okay.
All those sort of, I quite like that. So,
Should we do the third clue?
Go for it.
Kind of feel like we should do the third clue. All right, third clue. Here we go. This one should really cement it in.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's old, very old.
So it has to be.
It might have dated your guesses, people.
Yeah.
There's your third clue. From tape
That is old.
to tape. Now, like I said, I haven't fact-checked this, so I'm just going by what the generator has told me. But hopefully this would actually be correct. If it's not, we can always just do another quiz next week.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I mean...
Well, I have no clue, so I'll just guess something.
Yeah, I don't think it is a DW6000, but I'm going to put that anyway.
Anyone guessed it yet? Effects. Let's add an effect. Let's add some delay.
Is that the Arturia one?
That's the Arturia one. I've got a couple of different Synthex VSTs. and I'm kind of a bit.
Do you have the
picky
Zills one? The Zills Lab?
I've got the Zills one, and I actually really like the Zills one.
They make good stuff, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a bit picky with the Synthex ones, and I reckon none of them are ever going to deliver it, because unless you've got that analog chorus effect, that's in the Synthex,
the DVD,
you're not going to get it right, because no matter how much digital you're going to try, you're not going to get the same sound. But I feel like if I can get myself made a version of that analog chorus that's in the Synthex, I think then we're home and hosed, because the oscillators on this sound really good. They've got that part right. Yeah, I'm not sure. I do think the Arturia have done a good job of it though. So if you guys have got the V Collection,
I have.
It's in the latest one, in 11.
Oh, I've not. I've got 10.
Was it in the previous? I thought it was in the previous one as well, wasn't it?
Maybe.
Could have sworn I had it already.
Oh, what's the new one, which is really cool, is I actually was quite surprised I even did this, is Mini Freak. So they brought the Mini Freak out, as a VST, which, like I said, I thought that was extremely surprising, considering wouldn't they want to sell this stuff?
They did it right at the beginning, didn't they? When they launched the Mini Freak,
they gave the choice. I bought it when it came out.
To give it, and it should. Everybody was saying it should have been free if you bought the actual hardware.
Obviously, the only difference.
I thought it does come with it, right? Doesn't it come with the hardware?
I thought it did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, the only difference.
I just wasn't sure I was going to get the hardware.
Andy, is that it's got the hardware one has the analog filters on it, right?
Yeah. I was going to get the hardware, but I just got other stuff instead. So.
I know. I spent quite a bit of time. Yeah, I love the Micro Freak, and I'd like a Mini Freak at some point, I think. But again, I'd have to sell something else.
Did you ever get your the thing that was tarnishing? What was the thing you had that was tarnishing, Ian?
Yes, it was my
what did you
Terra,
Sean?
The
Terra, yeah. Did you get that
knobs
fixed?
on the Terra, yeah. I have, yes, but I haven't had it fixed. What's happened is that Soma have sent me another set of replacement sensors, which I've got to fit at some point. At the moment, they're all working fine. So once they start to screw up properly, I'll replace all of them then. But they were very good about it. They also sent me I haven't even boxed it. Their illuminator thing, their light show thing, which you can do which is very, they sent me that for free, which was nice of them.
Yeah, that's cool.
So yeah, but I've not done it yet because I'm waiting till it's the first time I get one that actually where it's crapping out, which is going to happen. I know.
Cool. What is this voices thing? Augmented voices.
Oh, I've got that. I've not used it really. Yeah.
Oh, those are cool. Yeah.
Oh,
I've heard some good stuff from there. They have augmented brass, augmented voices, augmented strings, augmented. Yeah.
I bought all that stuff actually, separate to.
Can you turn some of these things off? There we go. It's better.
The best choir is that one Kent plays, the one called Dominus. That one's amazing.
Yeah.
But it ain't cheap.
Not bad, is it?
I have one for Contact that's pretty good, but.
Let's do a real choir. Okay, let's pick a real choir. I need that button done. Pick one, guys. I'll zoom in for you.
Bella Voce.
Bella Voce? Alright. We'll do a D.
Yep, it's nice.
It's like a high-end Sarar.
It's got alien insects as part of that. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alien insects. Okay, let's do the answer to the synth quiz because I think it's kind of dried up on that. Sean, is your guess DSS1? Is that your guess, is it? Because I'm wondering why you're telling me it's DSS1. Come on, mate. Do better. Okay, right. Answer for the synth quiz. Now, I'm probably going to get told off by Wagoo again. But anyway, here it is.
Oh, right.
So there was people that were really close. Who got it right, though? I don't think...
Well, someone did straight
I saw
away.
someone say that
Someone
way
said
back.
profit.
Yeah.
Someone said Prophet 5
10.
or 10. I think that might have been
Or
Robin,
10, yeah.
Robert, sorry. Native VS might have said that.
I mean, that was the obvious first one to use
Yeah.
the polymod.
We'll give it to
But
Native
the
VS
tape,
if he was the first. Did anyone else say it? Bollocks.
Yeah.
Good on you, Vicky.
Yeah.
You did say Pro 1, didn't you?
Yeah.
Deep Forest. Oh, here we go. So this is, wonder if this is the, you know,
The
sort of
D.T.H.
90s.
Probably not. Nah.
Sounds like a bad Mellotron.
Yeah, not buying that one. That's not Deep Forest at all. La La.
Sounds like YouTube.
It's like Oh Superman almost.
Putting in
Yeah,
the
it is.
background.
Massive R. Here we go. Aftertouch is kicking in. Yeah. May the Force?
Yeah.
Some weird things in here, isn't there? Gregorian, there we go.
Some water
See if we can
stuff,
do
yeah.
some Enigma. Probably have to go lower for Gregorian, won't we?
Throat singing.
It's not too bad. Just
Yeah,
not
that's
saying
wild.
anything.
So what we should do is probably split this thing up. You've got Ooh, Analog Bright Noise, Ooh Vibrato, and the 12-bit male ghost. So let's turn all these off and let's have a listen to the 12-bit male ghost.
Individuals, yeah.
That's just like a noise sound.
Yeah, it's like a layer.
Oh, hang on, no, that's not the noise sound. Whoops, that's that. There we go. So that's very synthy sound, isn't it? Let's try the
An
ooh.
organ.
Yeah. There's like a
There's a lot
vibrato.
of
Yeah,
modulation there.
Yeah.
and this one is just the ooh sound. Yeah.
Yeah,
Not doing it for me, guys. But there's a whole bunch of augmented instruments in this.
How about on top of a cloud? What's that one?
Collection.
Oh, do you want me to do that before I change it? Yeah, no, it's not doing it for me, Eddie. I'm going to go to Ranzee. The
Oh,
river.
yeah, that's cool. That's the
Takes a while to load these things because it's got obviously got a whole bunch of
is that
samples
the,
in here.
Is that the people?
Yeah.
Oh no, that's the Guzheng.
Oh, Oh, we've got a whole bunch of... This is actually really cool. We've got winds acoustic, winds hybrid, bowed strings, plucked strings, atmosphere, evolving pads, string pads, bass, keys, lead, sequence, sound effects. Template. I don't know what template is, but it's probably some sort of config. So let's go like winds acoustic. Crouching Tiger.
Nice.
Do a xiao. That's the standard flute, the Chinese flute. Yeah, sounds fakey. I had a guy do a real xiao demo in a store, this Music Row, in this place in China. I was in Beijing. Man, this guy was a great player. It was a very powerful flute.
I don't know if this is going to be any good, but let's try some bowed
Go to the
strings.
plucked. To the plucked and look for pipa or guzheng or something.
Peeper's there.
It's like their little lute kind of guitar-y thingy.
Yeah, as it's
Use a plectrum.
Yeah. Muzhong.
No, that's a version of it. It's guzheng. It's GU. If it's there. It's like their koto, their version of a koto. You just got to do a Chinese pentatonic scale and you're all set.
Yeah, that's going to be some fun. That kind of surprised me, the Arturia bringing that sort of... Because it kind of feels more like a native instrument thing, you know?
Contact thing.
Yeah, contact thing. But anyway, have some fun with that. You get that, obviously, for free.
I think I bought the augmented voices, or maybe I got it as part of something. But it hasn't. I don't think it's got as much as yours has. But there's only like one voiced piano in mine and things like that. But I've not used it a lot. But it's you want those sort of slightly.
It's a little like
stuff.
the Planet Earth EMU stuff, the kind of world music instrument collections with like effects on it and layers and all that.
Yeah.
James is saying there's no flute better than the Roland monophonic N flute. Wonder where that instrument comes from. What synth or what?
Yeah.
Because I've got a whole bunch of Roland stuff.
JV series or what?
Because I've got JV here. I'm just going to bring it up now. I want to know if it means GV.
Well, the
Korg
Prophecy
flute's really good. But it's
the Swam stuff and the Korg Prophecy modeled flute's very good as well.
Yeah, it is actually. Yeah.
Yeah, Koshdu guys on the money there. They had to add these augmented instruments to complement their Astrolab MIDI controller. Yeah, that would make sense, mate. Yeah. Now. Okay, so we've got the JV happening. I'll just bring that over.
Okay.
Use
your trumpets. No.
Category.
It's some kind of mute.
So flute there. And what did he call it? He called it a
N.flute.
N.flute. I don't have an N.flute.
I actually had there's a lecture at Stanford Karma a few days ago that I missed. It was how they make the Urchem stuff, actually. The guy was talking about the whole process of making the Urchem instruments. Like the Swam.
There's a good velocity on it.
Yeah. Overblown at high velocity levels.
The 2080 might be the one. Because that's 2080.
Because the Swam modelled one, you can choose how much overblow or no overblow.
And you have that little XY pad on GeoShred where you can turn it on and off.
Yeah.
And
It's
do flutter
really
tongue
good.
and all that.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. It works great with the instrument. Absolutely love it.
It's probably in the cloud, James. The VRs are good. Okay. It's probably in the cloud. I haven't got all the cloud instruments loaded on here at the moment. The thing about the cloud, it's getting better and better. I don't know why it's taking them so long to bring everything across, but it is getting better and better. Anyway,
there's a good contact library with the flute I use once in a while for stuff. It's got the switching, layer switching and stuff. It's really good.
I was talking about the Arturia. So the other stuff in Arturia, which is new. I actually had the thing up before. I was going to tell you guys. And I closed it. Why did I close it? Anyway, if you ever go to their website, it takes forever to load stuff at the moment. I reckon they're getting hammered. Okay, software synths. Where are you? Software instruments. And that website, it's like loading. Here we go.
Waggo's got a flute on his PSS 170.
Hey, my Casio keyboard had it too. The tone bank.
Yeah. You're on form,
For
Wags.
Upright FM does
Okay, so the new additions to the V Collection 11 is the Dupe 8000, which we haven't checked out. The Pure Lo-Fi, which we haven't checked out. The SynthX, which I showed you just before. The Mini Brute, which we haven't checked out. And the SEM-V. Oh, yeah, that's right, the SEM-V. And then there's a whole bunch of the augmented stuff that I told you about. So we've still got a few to check out. So let's check out the Dupe. The Dupe. Let's not get duped.
Super Saw time.
Let's watch it load. Here we go. It's right on the. It's right on the Super Saw. We just need to get some.
Dial in the
bass lines
feedback
into that
oscillator.
now.
If you haven't heard it before, try the feedback oscillator. It's really cool. I did a little stream on it once.
Okay.
Feedback oscillator.
Ooh.
It doesn't always work, but it can be nice.
You can hear it. But we want the Super Saw, don't we? Oops, I've got too many MIDI controllers affecting this at the same time at the moment.
Yeah, you're getting double.
Yeah.
Double play. I get that problem all the time. Local mode on or off. Go.
There you go. So that's the Dupe. I'm not going to go through all the features of it, but that's the Dupe. What else we got? Pure Lo-Fi. Let's do Pure Lo-Fi. Pure Lo-Fi. By the way, you can get like demo versions of this stuff. You don't have to buy it.
No. Yeah, you can
But because I was on version 8.
test them all out. 20 minutes. They usually work for 20 minutes.
Yeah, you can hear this sort of crackles and stuff in this.
Yeah.
So let's see what this has got. Let's do a lo-fi lullaby. Yeah, you can hear it's kind of like a...
Yeah, I can.
Crackle.
I'm wondering if they're going to put that crackle through everything though. It's definitely got that lo-fi sort of sound to it. No doubt. What would be a really good lo-fi thing? A piano, wouldn't it? Like a... like a bad bar piano. Here we go. Oh, yeah.
Come on, you go. Ding 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 ding.
Oh, that sounds so crunchy. All right, so I'm guessing the whole point of the lo-fi is to give you sort of that lo-fi older sort of bit rate feel to it. Mini Brute is the one I was interested in because I thought that was kind of ballsy, them bringing an analog synth into here. So we'll see. It's taking a while to load. Mind you, I do have an old Mac M1 here, so yeah, it looks like a Mini Brute.
Oh yes.
And it's polyphonic. Polyphonic mini bridge, eh? Alright, let's do some bass sounds first. Yeah, it's definitely mini brute. Geez, Arturia do a really good job, don't they? Of their VSTs.
They do, actually.
We'll turn the effects off. Effects. Off. 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 Off.
Bypass.
There we go. I mean,
Still go
an
through the
EQ and a
multi-band.
distortion's fine. That definitely sounds like a mini break. What about some sort of lead sound? Oh, stop it with the effects. I just want to hear the thing. Here we go. Yeah, it's got that Steiner Parker feel to it.
Oh yeah. Must
There's the elephant on this thing.
Yeah, Metalizer's always fun.
I reckon you'd have some fun with that. That sounds pretty good. I'm quite happy with that. And the SEM, obviously, we're going to do some Oberheim stuff with that. I've already seen an SEM on this. I don't know if it's new. Maybe it's just a version 3.
Five
that's
voice,
new.
is it?
Let me look at mine. 'Cause
I've got a
there's
V2
SEM
here.
in mine, actually.
The ISM for iPad is great as well. It's really good.
I thought I'd saw this before. I don't think this is
I'm
new.
just looking at mine.
Yeah.
Runs. There was. Yeah, the SEM version 2 was in last iteration, so
Yeah.
I've got it in my version
I've
10.
got it on mine too.
Yeah.
What would be a real semi sort of bass, I guess? Suspense. So we've got effects running on these things. Where's my effects gone? Effects. Is there a way to get effects? No. There? No, there. There we go.
Set 5.
Effects. Off. Bye. The thing with an Oberheim, it's really hard to do a digital version of an Oberheim. I'm not saying it can't be done, but it's hard because there's a presence about the oscillators in it. There's a real presence about them. And I don't know. I'm not getting that vibe here.
No.
It's not bad. We don't want fifths. What are we doing?
But if you compare their old 2600 plugin to the newer one, boys, that difference. But I still like the old one. It was fun.
Yeah. Anyway, I feel like 7. I don't know what version you guys have got out there, but I mean, I was on 8, and it cost me $99 Aussie to go from 8 to 11, and I got.
I mean, I
a crap load of new
I
things.
bought 10. I bought 10, so there wasn't a lot of point me upgrading yet, but maybe next time or the time after that.
These guys would know, wouldn't they? They'd know sort of the general uplift, downlift, of subscribers, because they'd know, obviously they've got my account, they've seen me for years in there, and they go, okay, this Adamson guy, last time he bought it was 8, and now he's bought 11. Okay, so that's 3 versions. I wonder what the stat is. I wonder if there's a percentage that get it every time. I wonder whether it's a small percentage, a large percentage. Do you know what I mean? Be interested to know. Because obviously it's a business model, right? It's a subscription business model in a way, but it's a non-tied subscription business model. So you're not actually locked in. Yeah.
Yeah. You're not like your stuff stops working because you didn't pay your subscription fee.
And it's, to me, Arturia's software synths are less annoying than others. Like, I don't have to keep authenticating and all sort of shit with their stuff. It's less annoying. Like the Roland Cloud one, oh my God, it annoys the crap out of me, because every time you launch a Roland Cloud synth, you've got to authenticate. Obviously, you only have to authenticate once in your session, right? But if you've turned your computer off and turned it back on again, and you're going in and you launch you've got to authenticate. And I'm like, what the hell? Just kind of like chill on the authentication. Leave it cached or something for 30 days, or I don't know. It's annoying.
Stop being so paranoid about piracy.
Well, there could be that too, yeah.
I'm not being paranoid if it's true.
What, cloud costs 200 quid a year? Is it something like that?
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Roland Cloud.
Even for the Ultimate, it's not that bad. I just don't use it enough.
Well, that's the thing.
I mean,
you got those
I haven't subscribed.
What is it? Play for life thing, right? So depending on how long
that's
you've had
the real. Yeah, if you're into the plug outs and keeping the stuff around, it's definitely the best value. Play for life.
So Play for Life, I'm just clicking on it now. It's an annual membership. It's $199. I'm guessing this is Australian dollars. I'm not sure, because it's obviously my browser. So I don't know. You guys can try it. $199, and then you get Roland Cloud for a year, and you get to keep 2 instruments forever.
Okay.
So let's work that out. So $199 over 12 months. It's not that bad. $16.58 a month. It's pretty cheap. $16. This could be Australian dollars here, right? So can one of you guys check it out for me while I'm doing it? Just roland.com/cloud, and then click on the Play for Life promo that's on their main page. roland.com/cloud. Andy, might be better if
you don't have to worry about re-authenticating. So,
Andy, do you have a computer in front of you that you can check?
Just the one I'm on right now for this, but.
Oh, okay. Let me put it in the. I'll put this exact link in the chat, and you guys can check your prices. Let us know in chat. It's probably US. Okay.
Ultimate at the moment. It's all in dollars, American dollars. $200 for that's the Play for Life Ultimate. $99 for Pro and 30 quid for Core, or $30 for Core. Or there's a free thing, isn't there? As well.
So if you don't have them, like for example, you could get a XV10, a JV1080 or an XV5080. You could get a D50, Juno 60, Juno 106, TR909, JX3P, Jupiter 4, Jupiter 8, TR808, SH2, System 100, TB303, SH101, TR606, TR707, TR727, JD800, which we just saw the Arturia version of it, ProMars. They're all the ones that you could have forever, for life. Pretty good. I mean, if any of those wet your whistle and you think to yourself, okay, $200, I'm going to have a D50 for the rest of my life, that's not bad. Yeah. What do you think about it that way?
I just logged into my Arturia account. Black Friday, 50% off flagship software, it says.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying for the last couple of... Sorry, you weren't here last week, Ian, were you? So,
I wasn't here, no.
Yeah, that's why we're showing it this week, because the 50% off thing was... I talked about last week.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing I want. I mean, I bought the LX24. That was the last thing I bought, I think, from them.
Well, the only other thing I want from Arturia is the Pigments upgrade, because I've got an old version of Pigments.
I bought Pigments not so long ago, actually.
It's really good.
It's brilliant.
Yeah,
and I bought the preset packs as well. Really fantastic.
Yeah, it's really good.
In fact, that was the last thing I bought, because I bought that after the LX24.
Is the only problem is the one that I would like to get is Omnisphere, but they never ever have a Black Friday sale.
Discount.
Yep.
They never have any discounts.
You need a pretty lot of space, don't you, to keep it, because it's quite chunky.
Yeah, it's heavy. Yeah, it's very heavy.
Gig, isn't it?
That's the only thing that put me off ever having it, really, was today, because I don't tend to use. I only use one external drive, you know.
Pigments
I wouldn't say it's
upgrades.
that big. I mean, I've only got.
No, they're not free.
I've only got a 512 hard drive on my Mac, and I've got that and a shed load of other stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Pigment upgrades are not free, guys. They're telling us that they're free. They're not. So my Pigments version I've got. I'll show you guys.
Where's mine, actually? Products.
Yes, that's considered an upgrade.
My products. There we go.
Where do I get Pigments
God, I
version?
have to go into bloody.
Another good package, if you guys haven't tried them, is the traction plugins, like the Dawsome stuff. The developer Dawsome that does stuff for traction. That stuff's pretty amazing.
So I'm on Pigments version 6.0.1 point a whole bunch of numbers, called Rosetta 2. I don't know if that's the latest Pigments, but I was under the impression that there's another Pigments.
I think we're up to 8.
Yeah, I've got Pigment 6, and I can upgrade for €69 or dollars. That's
So where is Pigments?
No, you're right. Pigment 6 is.
I didn't buy it that. I didn't buy it that long ago.
Hang on.
Don't think I'll be upgrading, actually. Even at €69. I spent enough this year. Oh, they're offering you a free soundbite. What's that?
I don't mind buying it for $69 though for the first time, so I'm still considering that.
Yeah, it's well. I'm going to say if it's for the first time, it says it's normally $200.
Yeah, $199 or something.
These guys might be right. I might actually have the latest version of Pigments. It says Pigment 6.
Maybe you got.
I've got Pigment 6, but I've just seen that thing that said upgrade, step up. Oh no, actually no, mine says step up to Pigment 6. So what version have I bloody got then? I don't know.
Interesting.
It's all,
the plot thickens.
All confusing, isn't it?
I don't know. I'll show you my Pigments.
Yeah,
That's the Pigments I've got. Is that the old one or the new one? Looks like the new one to me. The graphic looks the same. I could have sworn it said that I've got an older version of Pigments and I need to upgrade, but
you have to look at your purchase history. Look at your purchase history to find out.
Yeah, it's not letting me log in at the moment for some weird reason.
No,
I'll try it here.
I've got the same problem, Rant, actually.
I always look there before I buy anything. I go, oh shit, I already have all this stuff. Forget about it.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just trying to log in. Hang on a sec.
Check your engine type. If it's got granular.
Oh, here we are.
Oh,
God,
not
really
granular.
slow.
It's so slow, this website, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's just really screwed everything up all of a sudden.
Oh, I don't want to go into the software center, you stupid thing.
Oh, I hate when they fire up programs.
I've got the same problem, actually, yeah. It's asking me to do the same. Ah, there we go.
It's all so confusing. Luckily, not for me.
Was there a different version of Pigments? Was it Was there a Pigments 2 maybe? Let me just have a look here. Products. I'm just confused.
Me too.
Maybe they've kind of dropped the whole Pigments thing because I did buy it. You know, I can't find it. It's just disappeared.
I found it, but I can't. For some reason, it won't let me scroll down. What tell me which type it is on my products?
Ah, there it is.
This is where everyone's going, oh, let's just go doorless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Is this a show about hardware?
Pigments.
I've logged in now. It's telling me that I can upgrade it for $69.
Yeah, that's what I've got too.
But I don't understand what I need to upgrade it if I've already got it.
Yeah.
Extra money.
I have to say, Rant, my
Wait
version of
20
Pigments
minutes.
looks like yours.
I'm confused.
Because
That's why I was
if
going to
you
purchase
guys-
history. The downloads don't always reflect what you have, so you got to look at what you actually bought.
Yeah, it may have automatically
It's very
upgraded.
generous.
No, it wouldn't have.
Arturia, where is
That
it?
would've been really annoying,
Software
wouldn't it?
Center. Where are you? Oh my god, it's like harder to find now.
I will say that with Omnisphere though, every time you load up Omnisphere, it quickly checks whether you're up to date with the. It lets you know whether you're up to date or not. And if it's a free upgrade, it'll just upgrade it for you.
Yeah, well, so it should, Darren, because it's cost you an arm and a leg, big fella.
Hey, but let's face it. I mean, I got 2, and then it's gone to. I mean, obviously 3's out now, but 0.10. So I had 6 upgrades completely free with adding extras, which was cool.
Okay, I'm in their Arturia Software Center. Let's see what happens.
I see. I'm on version 9 of collection, V Collection, not 10.
The computer says no.
Computer says no.
There is an upgrade, an update. I'm on version 6.0.1, and there is a version 6.0.4. So let's update it.
Okay. Is it
Let's
free?
start.
If it's a point release.
So I have to close Pigments. Yeah, it's free. So let me do it. There we go.
Just asked AI to give me screenshots. Nope. AI failed.
I wonder if I have to restart Ableton to do this, but sorry, I should be showing you guys what I'm doing. It's installing Pigments.
Yep, that's what I did the other day.
So,
Mind you, I am actually running
you installed?
the stream on this computer. I probably shouldn't be doing this. on this shit.
Let's install some
Yeah,
stuff
but
where
that's
why not?
Saturday Sonority, innit? Let's just go for it.
Let's just go for it.
Okay, it's done. All right. Let's see if it's updated Pigments. Error.
Yeah, well, you have to
Oh,
reopen
wow.
Ableton.
Wow, look at this. Error. I'm probably going to have to restart Ableton. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember the bad
Interesting.
old days when a VSD would take down the whole DAW when there's no recovery.
yeah.
At least now it's like, oh no, I'm so scared to install a VSD. What if it crashes? Oh, it's okay. What? It's okay. It's in a quarantine sandpit. Like, cool. Glad they finally worked that out.
Yeah, I've got the same update. I'm just updating Pigments as we speak.
There we go. Updated. Still looks the same. But yeah.
You would do. Now that's a sine wave.
Hell yeah.
Have you imported any Serum stuff into it?
I haven't got to that stage. I think, Andy, the whole point of this is that you play with your own stuff and you put it in there. I mean, the whole, importing stuff in there and everything's cool, but I have
as another point to modify further. So
well, yeah, I mean, I understand the reasons, but I've never ever needed to because I've always just got like weird samples, chucked it in there, and just gone, wow, this is kind of crazy. And done
it's
crazy
like
shit.
on the Ensoniq stuff, like the TS10, I've got this thing called Transalon, where you can make your own trans waves from scratch, and then import them into the Transwave engine and then tweak them further.
So this is one thing I was mucking around with. Look at this. Just mangling a sample. The guy's saying don't like songs.
Too much music.
Too many notes, Mr. Mozart.
So that's so much fun. That is so cool. But yeah, I don't know if anyone in chat said if I had the new version or not. But it's looking at the graphics on their website, it looks like it's the correct version. So they might be right. You probably didn't have to upgrade. There you go.
Yeah, I've just upgraded mine, but it actually did crash the Arturia software center after I installed it.
Yeah, mine crashed as well.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Slightly rough.
Look, Pigments is a big, like if you talk to anyone that works at Arturia, Pigments was a big project for them. Like they put a lot of effort into Pigments. So if you're looking at like all the big ticket things that Arturia did over the years, Pigments was one of them software wise, and then obviously the Polybrute synth was their big one for hardware synths. And Orion was it called Orion, Andy? The thing that they did years ago with the Origin.
Yeah, the hardware with the plugins.
Yeah, they spent a massive amount of time on that.
Yeah, and they stopped development before they finished some of the cool parts, but it's cool. But if you want a iOS mobile version, this thing called Fieldscaper lets you do some really cool granular stuff on the fly. Field recordings and stuff. It's really fun.
But like I was saying, Daren, before, like if you see, I guess, when you look at those granular synths that we're talking about over the last few weeks, months, whatever, and knowing what Pigments can do on your computer, do you know what I mean? Like sometimes you kind of go, yeah, it's cool, but I've got Pigments.
Some of them are tailored for a specific task, so they can be fun.
Yeah, but that's not hardware, though, is it? That's all. So unless you're taking your computer out, which I would be doing, but
I don't know. Do you know where I'm going with it? I kind of feel like wavetable synth stuff. Generally speaking, you want to. I mean, I may be more of a sound design guy, but you want to be able to go in there and pull the thing apart and manipulate it and stuff, and that's more of a computer type role than a hardware synth type role, I feel personally. Like I've got the Argon 8.
Hence the reason why
it's basic.
Hence the reason why I like to be in the box and out of the box as well.
Yeah, exactly. It'd be nice to be able to, like maybe if Arturia made, I don't know what sort of, because I don't own a Mini Freak, right? And I don't know what sort of level. But it'd be nice if you could go into Pigments and do a patch and then export that into Mini Freak or something like that. Have some sort of cross granularity with their
some kind of
systems, because that'd be cool.
Printing it, at least. If you can't run the firmware, you could at least turn it into a big sample or something.
Someone will probably say you can. There it is. There's a feature in there. I haven't looked, so I don't know.
No, it does have wavetables. The Mini Freak. They did add that in the
Even
previous
simple
upgrade.
sound recorders for iOS can do
No way
really
to
basic,
upload.
kind of granular stuff, like this sample toy. You can pick a section of the waveform, and you can multi-touch it. And it's not even a granular app. It's just it has that you can do tiny micro selections of the waveform and do weird stuff. So it's fun.
You can kind of do that sort of stuff with the Argon 8, with the joystick.
Yeah. So even without a special granular program, you can do it. You know.
Yeah, we seem to get, well, I won't say forget, Andy doesn't, because he has everything, and just ask him anything. But we always seem to sort of miss iOS.
Nothing new, though.
Type. We always seem to miss iOS instruments, so don't we, when we sort of put hardware, then we're
due for an iOS show, I
reckon. I'll do another one.
Yeah.
I'll prepare some stuff.
Yeah, we probably should give us a couple of weeks to put it together, because Andy and I did a really good one a few years back. It was good fun. We had so much fun doing that show.
Well, I'm starting
Sadly,
to use
probably
my
a third of those
iPad
apps are gone now, but
yeah, I know. And also my iPad, I've cracked the actual screen itself on it, the actual screen.
Me too.
And I don't want to go and get it fixed, because it's like $900 to get it fixed.
Get a new one.
Yeah, well, I don't want to get a new
I think
one
when
either.
they replace the screen, they actually reset it, potentially.
Yeah.
And then you have to reload all your stuff. So.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, I have my live iPad here, it has nothing but music stuff on, which sits on the rig, and then I have me just on my iPad just for, well, watching the show and whatever,
I've never actually investigated this, but in Australia, I don't know if it's the same in the US and the UK, but you can get an iPad through your telco, right? So, like in Australia, we've got telcos, and you can go in there and, you know how you can get a phone on a plan and you pay your headset off over. Yeah.
In fact, talking of that, Tesco's are doing that right at this minute. You get an iPhone 17 Pro and you get an iPad with it. Obviously, you're paying monthly for it.
You do pay for it, yeah. Because what an iPad,
and it's a small memory one, right? It's not a fancy
cheap.
one.
You know.
The base will be about 64 gig. I think the base one, isn't it? But having said that, my gig one is only 64, so it's enough on it for what I need.
The thing is,
this is 256, and I filled it up immediately. So
I have an iPad Pro at the moment, Daren, which is the old one. It's like a years old one. It's got the headphone port. So if I was to get a new iPad, I'd probably want to get a Pro again, right? And they're like friggin' in Australia, they're like nearly $2,000.
But would you need? Yeah, but would you really need to get a Pro? I mean, they're like,
the Pro gives you better control because the real estate is bigger, so every control is bigger. But when they took that damn headphone jack out, you're better off buying a stupid regular iPad now. For audio.
I bought the last one on the newer versions.
With the headphone.
Yeah, Gen 10 I think is the last one.
Jack.
Which these both are Gen 10s. Yeah, because after that they got rid of the home button, which I just love a home button. If anything's all good.
Yeah.
So the Airs, the Airs are the next one down, and then the iPads are ones below Airs, right? So you've got kind of Pro, Airs, and then iPad. So the ones not together, the iPad, the basic ones, because apparently they are cut back with the CPU and the memory and all that sort of stuff, right? So the Airs, the Airs are probably the one to go.
But the new cut back iPad will be more powerful than your Pro is now.
Well, yeah, of course.
So, I mean, it depends on what you're running on it. I mean, you can run pretty much all the OS apps for music on there on a normal standard iPad.
Yeah. You can get a 13-inch Air. I mean, I think the one I've got is 12-inch, so it's actually bigger. You know.
Yeah, I think they've got the bezels have got less and less, so it's even less bezeled.
Yeah.
Like because on these they're quite thick, aren't they? The bezels around the sides. You're looking at 2 centimeters on the side, I think.
I need a new MacBook Pro, so I'm going to wait till February when the new M5 comes out, I guess.
Let us know in chat what you guys recommend. Like, if I was to get if I in Australia, this is Australian dollars, okay, so do apologise. Guys can convert. It's 60-40 for US to Australian, and it's 50-50, so 50% for pounds to Australian. So it'll 1,349 Aussie is a from price, so I guess there's all sorts of, space, all that sort of stuff. I don't really need space on my iPad, by the way. I don't actually store crap on there other than the apps itself. So I don't store songs and music. Like Daren would probably need space on his, but I don't. So, because I would use an external drive to store. So 1,349 is an iPad Air 13-inch Australian price. And that would be the base model, which would be 128 gig. And I don't even, it's grayed out. I don't even know why. Do I have to choose the color first, do I? Okay, there we go. So 128 gig and Wi-Fi only. I don't need cellular. So yeah, that's not bad. $1,349. What's that? About 700 quid, 675 quid.
Yeah,
it's not too bad.
Like I say, I run the base one for gigging, so, and I think that came out at 349 quid. Something like that.
What's the specs of it though? Like, what's the processor on it? It's an M3, okay.
It's
an M3.
Oh, on your exactly. I mean, did you need that on an iPad, really?
No.
Probably not. But at the same time, I'm thinking to myself,
it's a binned M3, but even so, I mean, you don't even need an M1 on an iPad, to be honest, because the iPad
I've done
22 was a.
I've done gigs with my iPad, right, which is obviously version 10. Before M1, and running 3 synths an EMOM was starting to become a problem. So one of the synths would crash. I mean,
my iPad Pro is definitely pre-M anything, and it's great. I can run multiple things and don't have any problems with it. So
it's fine running 1 synth or maybe 2 synths at most, but once you get to 3 synths, and obviously the mixer, whatever the mixer is,
it depends though. Some synths I have a really heavy duty.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you ever use Alchemy? Yeah. Alchemy's pretty heavy.
No, I didn't use Alchemy.
Camel Audio Alchemy. They rolled it up into.
Actually, I've got it. Yes, no, I have got it, but I've never.
Alchemy
used it
was
in anger.
amazing. Yeah, it was really good.
So Chris, if I was to do it through Telstra, I'm paying an extra $250 over the 2 years. But I'm only having to fork out $66 Aussie a month.
Same old deal.
Yeah.
You pay more in the long term, but if you don't have the cash
credit
at the end of that.
Credit.
Oh, my credit's fine. But $66 a month. I don't know. It's kind of a lot of money, the way I look at it that way.
Depends how much you use it, though.
I think I'd rather spend $1,300 up front than spend $66 a month and be like on the hook for 24 months for that.
Honestly, that's why I don't like subscription.
Why people do it?
If you can, I'd rather save up for it, buy it.
Yeah.
And then it's just like that's it. I don't need to worry about it.
If you can't do saving. If you can't do saving, it's an option.
Well, the thing is, I could do.
Why on earth wouldn't you?
I could do Afterpay, for example, Chris, and I could split it over 4.
PayPal and 4,
and it doesn't cost me any extra because it's all interest free.
Yeah.
Paying
4.
I've got to say,
trying to get me to do it.
For my gigs now, the iPad's coming really. It's like coming to its own now. It's quite easy to pack up as well, isn't it? You're not taking
did you get an Air?
I got an Air. I think it's.
Did you get an Air?
No, it's just
a standard iPad.
What iPad?
Yeah.
Standard iPad Gen 10. I'm only I'm running.
Yeah.
I can run 3 synths on it It depends. I think it depends on your synth because I've run 3 synths on it with not any issues. So it probably
I think
is.
He does. Yeah.
They're actually pretty cheap.
I know
the standard iPads, but they've got a different.
You can get 2 of them. And have them either side, then you can run 6. 2 of them for the price of 1, run 6 synths.
They've got the A16 chip on them, which is the older chip.
Yeah.
Whereas the Air have got the M chips on them. So you probably want to
Basically, if you're not running multiple synths at once and mostly doing control with it and watching movies and stuff, it doesn't matter. You know, it's only if you're going to do.
I mean,
like
it was great for Geos.
running multiple things.
Yeah. I've only done it a couple of times at EMOMs.
Yeah.
But it's great for running GeoShred on its own with the instrument. It's perfect.
In fact, you should have tried an iPad
It's like
before
half
they
the
allowed
price,
the layering,
Chris.
because the
$600.
audio stack used to crash.
Sorry?
Based on which app you
$600.
used in the old days, it was crazy.
What is half the price?
For the
I
same
had a small
storage,
list of ones that were
128 gig.
compatible.
Oh yeah.
iPad. I don't know what size the screen is. It's probably like a 11-inch or something. What is it, Darren? What size screen is it?
It's.
I think it's 10-inch.
I think it's 11-inch.
Standard.
10-inch.
10-inch.
Well,
10
you've got
It's 10.
you've got to remember.
Because
you've got to
the
remember.
Pro is
all the
12.9 inches.
real ones, the best.
600 bucks.
Yeah, let's have a look.
300 quid. How much did you pay for yours, Darren?
Yeah,
About 300 quid.
About 320, something like that. So that's the Gen 10. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I see it? Gen 10.
Yeah,
I'm
something
good on.
like that.
But,
That's
yeah.
reasonable.
So that was about 300 quid. What's this about?
But it's got the A16 processor, which is not much of a like mine. My processor is an I can't remember what it is. It's because I've got an iPad Pro. What gen it is? Gen 4 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas the M series processor is probably better to go with.
So it's on the iPad Pro when I'm on stage. So obviously, can I see it? Yeah.
Looks a bit like
He always keeps track.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I've got
more.
My second Pro is actually a refurb.
I saw the two.
You can get factory refurb ones; those are a good deal. That's my second one I got. Was that so?
I heard that. I don't know what model it was. I think it might have been mine. But if they ever replace the screen on it, I've had trouble with some of the touch stuff on it, where like the key, you're using the keyboard entry to enter in usernames and passwords and things as you're getting into your websites and stuff, and it just locks up. And you're like,
none of my refurb one. It's good.
Yeah. So I think it's time for me. It's time to move mine on because it's just
the biggest problem is the battery life. The battery life on my second iPad Pro is like maybe an hour or two max, maybe an hour and a half.
Yeah, I get about that now.
So my first iPad, which was an iPad Air, years and years ago, battery's completely dim, and I have it plugged in just playing music in the lounge now. It connected to the hi-fi system.
Because when you first get them, they're like 10 hours or 11 hours of battery life. It's great.
Yeah, that's down to minutes if it's off. I don't have a battery plugged in.
Well, there you go. I think we should probably wrap the show up, guys. Talking about iPads and pigments and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Next week, I don't think we'll be having a show because I'm going to a dinner on a Saturday night. Chris is not
also
going
to a dinner.
So you guys can have a week off.
Hey. Nom nom.
Twiddle your thumbs.
Enjoy.
Sleep in. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's Andy's sleeping day.
Yeah. I was going to look at.
Actually, I can change my rehearsal then from 9 o'clock in the morning.
Put up a blank stream so Andy is sleeping. He's still sleeping.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's still sleeping. And just have it. Andy is sleeping. In case you've just joined us, Andy is sleeping.
What is it like?
Use
The
a
purple
still.
wiggle.
Yeah.
Because he's
Wake up.
the purple
Wake
wiggle.
up,
Wake
Andy.
up, Andy. All right. Well, unless I decide to get someone to host the show for me, which I've done in the past, and I don't think I'm going to do that. But unless I do, it's going to be no show next Saturday, and we can have a week off. I don't think we've had a week off this year, so we might as well get one.
No,
not for a while.
Yeah. Plus, for me, next Saturday
some of us
is.
have.
Oh no, Thanksgiving's 2 weeks from now. So.
Yeah. What to do then, James? Yeah. Well, do you want to host it, mate? You can come and host it, James.
Make some music.
Give the keys to
Jam.
the Ferrari, and you can host it.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to end the stream, boys and girls. Thank you very much for joining us. We are off.
Yep. Good to see everybody.
Off like a prostitute's G-string.
Good stuff.
How'd you go there?
No, you just pulled to the side. Oh,
Hey! Oh.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. 2 weeks, everybody.
He started.
Bye. Bye. Yeah, he did, yeah.